Hello and welcome to part 7 of this tutorial. This will be the entirety of winter. So, let's get started here.
Where'd you go?
Do everything perfectly and then go back, just like I've been doing.
There he is. Got you.
So yeah, you can hit the deer early here, instead of chasing it around.
Oh, man.
And then we go. So, first things first. The deer actually has a hitbox as soon as it spawns in. Instead of, as you can see, it spawns in as soon as you step over a twig. Like so. It spawns in right away.
Steady.
And then normally you have to chase it really far away. Let me show you how close you can get to it. Normally, if you have to chase it down.
Ah, so close.
See, you can't get too close to it. You have to hit it twice and then head to where, and then follow the footsteps to, like, the exit to this area. And this exit has, like, a closed off fence. And the deer jumping over it, like, destroys it. That's how you're able to leave. But yeah, this deer actually has a hitbox. So the way you get this to work is, I like to do this in a crouch position because, you know, the weapons sway moving while standing. You can see it's ridiculous. Look at this. But if you're crouched, it's still there, but it's more manageable. You have a lot more control over it. So I like to crouch just before it. Now, there's a spot on the ground I like to aim, right about there. But as you can see, there's still a lot of weapon sway. So if it's going down, I like to go forward. If it's going up, or if I like to aim above it and then move forward when the reticle's going down. That's personal preference. If you feel more comfortable here and then moving up when it goes up, you can do that too. But yeah, I like to...
There you are.
Here's a backup strap, by the way. Oh, I missed.
Steady.
Yeah, if you accidentally trigger it too early, you shoot it right there, right before it goes behind this tree. Yeah, we can do this as many times as we want. This saves a lot of time having to do it the normal way. But yeah, I like to crouch just before and then read the weapon sway. The reason I mention that is because each time you load in this area, you're going to get a different thing of weapon sway. Sometimes you aim all the way and then it goes up and down, up and down. Other times you aim and it just like stays perfectly stationary. Like so. You have to react to what you get. So it looks a little something like this. I like to fire it when the reticle is to the left of the shadow of the tree and right just above it, I think. So.
There he is.
Right about there. Now, no matter what, you sprint after you fire, you know. If you miss, you restart and counter. If you fire, you gotta get to your spot right away.
Where'd you go?
Now, also, what can happen here is you'll step over this twig, and either you'll hear the snap of the twig and then the footsteps afterwards, or you'll hear the snap of the twig and the footsteps at the exact same time. It's one of those things you need to react. So,
There you are.
right there, I heard the footsteps before I heard the snap of the twig. So that means you want to fire it just a little bit earlier. Now, also, about this area has
Where'd you go?
random overcast. Like, as you can see, we kind of need the shadows of the trees to know where to aim. But as you can see, if we wait like 30 seconds or so, there's going to be realistic cloud cover and cloud moving. And shadow and overcast is going to overtake the sunlight. You can actually see it coming in advance from left to right. If you look over there, you can see it disappearing right there, look. There it goes, see that? It's moving slowly, but it's there. And then eventually, the shadows just go away. Now that can just happen sometimes. It doesn't last for long, but sometimes, you know, it's there like as soon as you start aiming.
There he is. Gotcha.
I just know where to aim, so it doesn't really bother me much, but if you like are super dependent on the shadows of the tree, you know, you gotta pray that you don't get the fucking overcast.
Where'd you go?
So putting all that together looks a little something like this.
There he is.
I fired too early because I heard the snap and then the footsteps, and that means you fire a little bit later. Let me do that one more time. Now, if you want to accurately practice this, if you get a restart encounter, you get the same overcast and the same weapon sway every time.
There he is. Gotcha.
Nice. So if you want a different thing of weapon sway, I think if I just continue it, I should get a different one. Go back to the main menu and then go back in, and you should get a different thing of initial weapon sway and a different, like, thing of shadows. It's so you don't get used to the same thing over and over. It's as if you're, like, on a different run getting to this area each time you quit to main menu and then do it again. Sorry, this is going to take a little while. And then there's the second shot. The second shot. Oh, that's weird. I've never seen that before. Huh. That's interesting. Well, whatever. Apparently it has to be from chapter select.
Where'd you go? There he is.
There we go.
Gotcha.
I bet you if you could die here, it would place you there instead of her sliding down the rocks. But whatever. Look how close you can get to the deer when you get this. Normally we were alerted like right here. Look how close you can get to this thing.
He heard that.
Yeah, no shit he heard that. You ran right up next to him. That shouldn't be so surprising, Ellie. So yeah, I wouldn't call this a glitch. It's more of an exploit. Naughty Dog's the one that gave it a hitbox as soon as it spawns in, not when it stops running.
There you are. Gotcha.
There we go. Practice, practice, practice. You'll get it. So you need to shoot this thing from pretty far away. However, there has to be a delay in the second shot, and this is definitely a side effect of shooting it the way we did. But watch this. If you hit it a second time, that's not going to register. Again, it's a side effect of the way we hit it the first time. So what you need to do is wait a little bit before hitting it a second time. But also, watch what happens if you hit it the second time too far in front. Watch this.
Easy. Easy. Gotcha.
It's going to run back the other way. The second hit just didn't count. The third one counts as the second hit. But if you're in front of it, because this is where we need to go, right up here. As you can see, you can hear it's coming back around. And it goes up there. Don't be in front of it hitting the second time. You have to, where's the rock that I shoot it from? I think like right over here. Yeah, right here. You want to be right about here as far as you can get. And then you have to wait a little bit and then shoot it. So altogether, everything should look... I'll do this a couple times.
Where'd you go?
Remember, sprint, get the arrow out, crouch right before the twig, read the weapon sway.
There you are.
Go forward. I recommend turning up the volume in your headset or on your TV when you're doing this, because you need the footsteps and the snap of the twig to know when to shoot. Like, it would be impossible to do this on a muted TV or with no sound coming through your headset. Okay, so remember, don't be too far in front of it. Right about here, and then just wait. That's long enough. And then you can start sprinting, like, right after you fire. Just make sure you're not too far in front. And then you slow down because you're too close to it. Now, let's say... Hold on, before I go. I'm going to quit the main menu and then do another one. But if you accidentally get the...
Where'd you go?
Hold on, let me get this hit first.
There he is. Got you.
You practice this enough, you can be as accurate as I am. Okay, the point I'm getting at, there's a checkpoint up there. I don't remember where it is, but we can find out. If you end up being too far in front of him, so it runs that way, it's not over. You don't have to go up and wait for the deer. There's a checkpoint right around here. I think it's when you reach these rocks right here. It's somewhere over here. And you restart encounter. There's a checkpoint right here. And you can hear the deer running ahead. And then you go. But yeah, the checkpoint is right around here. I think it's like the corner of this rock or something. So if you do accidentally get him running the other way, you're going to want to do this restart encounter. Otherwise, you'll be just waiting for it. That's more of an emergency. I recommend not taking any chances with the... Let's do it from a chapter this time. I recommend not taking any chances with being too far in front of it. Because God forbid you hit the first shot and then you miss the second shot. That would be like the most demoralizing thing ever. Okay, so because we did a chapter select and not a file loading like I did before, we're going to get a completely different thing of overcast and weapon sway when we pull back the bow. And it's up to you to kind of recognize it.
Where'd you go? There you are.
See, did you notice how the sway didn't go up and down? It just kind of stayed there. I'm sure if I waited a little, it would eventually, but no, I pulled the string all the way back and the reticle didn't move. It's weird how that works. And right about here. Wait a second.
Steady.
There we go. And then go.
Oh, man.
No need to wait. Practice, practice, practice. So much practice, I will show you one more time.
Where'd you go? There you are.
I knew I missed it. That was one of those footsteps before the snap of the twig. Like I said, I recommend really putting the volume up in your headset when you do this.
Where'd you go? There you are. Gotcha.
That one I heard the snap before the footsteps. So, yeah. There's a random element to that. Right about here is good. Just wait a little bit.
Easy, easy. Oh, man.
And then go. Alright, that's enough time spent with the deer. Next is coal mine.
How are you still alive?
How do I explain this fight? Well, before the fight, remember way back in the beginning of the video, of the tutorial, I talked about like different patches, different versions being faster. This is the biggest advantage of running this category on PlayStation 5 versus PlayStation 4. Because on PlayStation 4, unpatched...
This place is not creepy at all.
We'll see if I get it, but I should.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13-second loading screen. On PlayStation 5, it's instantaneous. So you are saving 13 seconds right here by running it on PlayStation 5. I don't have a video up at the moment to show you. You just got to trust me. Whether it's latest patch or unpatched, PlayStation 5 has no loading screen there. I wouldn't even call it a loading screen. It's kind of stuck on the cutscene. It's kind of weird. But yeah. Biggest advantage to running PlayStation 5 is this right here. The fight's the same no matter what. We have as many tries as we want to just do this fight, so I'll do it perfect. I'll try and do it perfectly.
Cover the windows.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite fights in the whole game. We're going to be doing a lot of reload canceling here, so I hope you know how to do that.
I've done this before.
Where you do that.
Here's some more ammo. You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that
One
thing than I am.
and two.
Give me a hand with this.
Exactly what he was supposed to drop. And then keep mashing triangle just in case you can get that arrow back. Pay close attention to what I'm using and on who. And the reload canceling. I killed those two with an arrow because we can get those back potentially if they don't break. Okay, that was perfect, but the reason this clicker died in one hit is because David shot it once. Normally, you have to do fire and then swing, and then it will die.
Screw it.
So where do I begin with this? First of all, the ammo drops were
We're getting out of this room.
perfect. This guy dropped one, this one dropped two, and then when I went over here, this clicker dropped one. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. If you need a reference for a perfect performance, this was it right here. That would put me on almost a gold pace. That was so good. Now, the ammo drops might become a little more inconsistent as I do this over and over. But yeah, one drop of one drop of two, and then the last clicker, one drop of one as well. That should be consistent, but sometimes the game can screw us over. So we'll see.
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
Okay, first things first. We want David to look out this window.
Cover the windows.
Not that window, not this window, not this window. That one. I know that seems kind of weird, but yeah. The reason being is we want David to be...
Let's hope they don't find him.
What do we want him to do? Hold on.
Cover the windows.
Okay.
Yeah, we want him to be right... We want him to go from here to here. You know what, let me just do this once. Yeah, we want him to take cover behind that window. This right here is David manipulation. We stand right here, and David will look out that window every time. And then when we come over here, he's not going to look out these windows because we're over here. So then he looks out that window. Now the reason we want to do that... The reason we want to do that is because then when we come over here, he's going to go over there. Now the reason we want that is because when we get to 0 bullets, right here, we get to 0, David's going to give us ammo. He's going to give us ammo. Wait for it. There you go. He gave us ammo. He gave us 6 because we went down to 0. Now, these enemies here will only drop ammo if you're at 0. I'm pretty sure at 0. There's a little variety in that rule, but either at 0 or close to 0. These runners specifically, when we're at 0, we stab this one in the back. He'll drop 1, and then we arrow this one, and he'll drop 2. But as you can see, we need David far away from us. Because let me just do this fight without...
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
Here, I'll come over here first, because...
Let's hope they don't find him. Cover the window.
Alright, yeah, this shouldn't work, so that's what we want. I want to show off. So I'll show you why we're manipulating David's movement here. He's not supposed to be here. Well, basically, I'll show you. Hold on. The moment we get down to 0, he's going to give us 6. And if he is anywhere near us,
You weren't kidding. You're a better
when
shot
we
with
get
that
down to
thing than I
0,
am.
he's going to give us 6. And we need to kill these infected after we get to 0, but before he gives us the ammo. So by moving him really far away when these two show up, we can kill them in time, so David gives us 6 afterwards, but they've dropped ammo because we're at 0. So the movement you have to do is this. Be right here.
They don't find him.
David will go towards that window.
Cover the windows.
Right when he's there, you come over here. Get 3 kills with 3 rifle. Also, this second kill right here is what spawns in the runners behind you, not the first one. So we need to kill this one pretty quickly, but also keep it under control.
Make every shot count now.
Right about there.
Before.
And then back up a little, kill that one. Now, because we're over here, David's going to fuck off back there. And then you do this strat right here. Kill, quick turn, stab, aim with the bow. Kill him. We killed 2 runners at 0 bullets, so they'll each drop 1. That one drops 2 for whatever reason, and this one drops 1. And as a result, David goes to push this thing as early as possible because he gave us the ammo early, and he's close to being right here. And then you pick these up. Make sure the rifle is reloaded completely before you pick these up, because otherwise it might not hold it. Sometimes... Let's say you're at 8 bullets and the rifle only holds 9. If you pick up 2, you're going to lose a bullet. So if you have 6 bullets on you and you pick up the ammo without reloading, you're going to lose potentially 3 bullets. Potentially. It gets that way in like the higher range, but I think in this case you might be okay. You guys better be taking notes. This is a mouthful.
What? We have to keep them out.
Yep. Right here. You don't have to quick turn, but you just want to look at them. You will always go towards that window. And then we come over here. And because we're over here, David's going to stay over there.
Every shot count now.
Oh,
Done this before.
oh, run over here quickly. David will run. Now, there's a rare instance where he looks out the window long enough that he doesn't run away. If that happens, sorry, there's nothing you can do. Super unlucky. But the way this works right here, when you stand right here, and when you see the runner in the back make a left turn, that's when, like, a little bit after that is when you fire at him. You do a quick turn and hit square as soon as this runner hops in. So it looks like this. Left turn, shoot, quick turn, square. Just like that. Now, even though the rifle was the last thing we held, if you hit aim right afterwards... You pull out the bow, because the rifle was empty. The game's like, all right, let me make you aim with a gun that has ammo in it. So yeah, it works out really well. There's an ammo drop, and there's an ammo drop. Okay, the restart encounters are starting to affect the ammo drops. That's supposed to be 2, but there's 1. I think if that happens, it's actually kind of cool. It should be cool. Hold on. Let me pick all this up. If this happens, that clicker right there should actually drop 2 instead of 1. So I actually want to continue this and see. Rifle on the clicker. Arrow these 2 when they're really close, because if they don't break, you can pick these up later. Not right now, but later. Okay, so do this fight. Actually, I already messed up. Hold on.
Maybe they followed you and your friend.
Oh, what a shot.
Doesn't matter. Stuck in there.
Yeah, see right there, look, he dropped 2. Now, you may have also seen, if you kill enemies in a different order, some of the enemies will hop in here and spawn out there in different spots. Like before, this runner was here, this runner was here. But the clicker didn't come through here, he came through here, so it affected when they spawned and what they did when they spawned.
We're getting out of this room.
Yeah, if you have one less bullet, you have to kill this runner here, like that, and then do the rest. Oh no. But yeah, I was right. If you get the one drop from the runner outside, you end up getting a drop of 2 from the last clicker instead of a drop of 1. They kind of flip-flop what they drop. Think of it like that.
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
But if you get the drop of 1, you have to do this spot a little differently. Most of the time you'll get 2, though.
Cover the windows.
All right, remember the David manipulation. We'll continue on with the fight.
Every shot count now.
You want to kill that one kind of quickly. And then as long as you're over here, by the time David moves, he'll move backwards. All right, remember, left turn, fire, quick turn, square, and then aim, and it's the bow, and kill that one quickly. If you miss,
Here, for the rifle.
he's going to give you the ammo before you kill that one.
Better shot with
And
that
then
big
1,
fire.
and another 1. All right. Let me show you. No matter what you get dropped here, this doesn't change at all.
Help me with this thing.
Rifle this clicker, and reload it, and then arrow these guys when they get close. The earlier you kill them, the next wave of enemies don't spawn in any earlier. Okay, now right here, normally you would use the rifle on every single infected until the clicker shows up in the window, because normally we would have 8 right now, I believe, but now we have 7. So the one thing you need to change is this.
Coming through the windows.
As you can see, that runner is pretty stationary, and you want 6 right here. 1, 2, 3.
They must have followed you.
Maybe they
You can
followed
do
you
out
and your
this window
friend.
too. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. This one should drop 2. And he didn't, but he's supposed to. The restart encounters are starting to affect ammo drops. Just know that he was supposed to. And then you would reload, click, 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 boom, boom. Trust me on that. Very rarely does the game screw you over that much, okay?
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. You get that one, you arrow these 2, and then if you got the drop of 1 here and then the drop of 2 here, you would use the rifle on the rest of the infected. Boom, boom, boom. And then arrow this clicker, and then what you can do, I like to fire it, and then when I see her pull an arrow out, I hit square for a kill. Even though it's flailing his arms for whatever reason, running into it doesn't really kill you as long as you hit square. And then you can do the arrow and then square safely on this specific clicker. I wouldn't recommend it for ones later on, but this one specifically you can. He'll drop a bullet or 2, and then you kill one with an arrow and then the other with a rifle. What order you want to kill them really is personal preference. I like to reload the rifle, kill this one, and then get this one with an arrow. Also, one other thing I should mention. David...
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
Again, this is just an example, but if you're looking out the same window as David,
Cover the windows.
like here, your shots, won't register. Like, whatever you do, do not try and shoot an infected at the same window David is looking out of. Because I've seen it happen to Uranto, it's happened to me as well. The hits just won't register. You gotta trust me on that. I won't be able to show you right here, but they will not register. Look what window, when you get to the last stage right here, whatever window he's looking out, look out the other one. If you're looking out a window and he joins you at the same window, swap windows, okay? Trust me on that. Yeah, but the convenient thing about this strat is the beginning's tough, right here.
Let's hope they don't find him.
Beginning is tough. Again, he'll go to that, as long as you're here, he'll go to that window every time. Get these guys.
Make every shot count now.
I've done this before.
David will fuck off. Get into position so a quick turn will kill him. Boom. Boom. Make sure the square prompt is quickly, otherwise he can grab you. And then kill that one in a convenient way.
You weren't kidding.
I like to lure him back towards the green shelf so he starts pushing it earlier. Alright, they keep dropping one. They more than likely will not drop one when you're actually doing a run. Alright, trust me on
Help me
that.
with this thing.
Let me get him. Get him. Get her. Both arrows shattered. That's alright. Alright, if you had a drop of 2, you would rifle this one. But because I got a drop of 1, I'm going to do this. And then do this. Now we have 6 bullets. So for 1, 2, 3.
Maybe they followed you and your friend.
I like to go out this window. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, when you get this clicker right here, David can sometimes be right next to it. If that happens, I still recommend going through with the arrow shot because you don't want to rely on it grabbing David. Don't rely on any of the infected, especially clickers, to grab onto David. Okay, just assume that they aren't going to. Yeah, wait until he goes that. And then there's a drop of 2. Now there's also something, notice how he goes right for that spot and then right for that spot as soon as I killed them. If I were to kill them, like where this guy is, the section wouldn't end as quickly. For whatever reason, when these guys, like, I think you've seen, when these guys die from a bullet, it takes them a little longer for the game to recognize them as dead. So I think if you kill them when they're doing their knocking on the window animations, the game recognizes them as dead right away.
No matter what, we have to keep them out.
So no matter what, even if I had all the time in the world to shoot those last 2, I think I would still wait until they got to the window.
Okay.
So it all works out really, really well. It's very difficult to do this fight faster than that, especially on grounded.
Make every shot count.
I've done this before.
But just know this one's supposed to drop 2 each time, alright? It's the more likely thing to happen. Left turn, fire, quick turn, square. Aim.
I got more rifles.
Now that runner right there will do 2 different things. Sometimes it's knocking on the window, other times it like winds up for 1 hit. You need to react to what happens there. What I like to do, if it's knocking on the window, I like to wait until it does its 3rd knock. If it does a slow knock, I like to aim further to the left of it and then shoot.
Give me a hand with this.
Alright, we're still only getting a drop of 1. If I quit to main menu and did this again, I guarantee I would get a drop of 2. Just assume I'm getting a drop of 2, okay? Just like the first try that I did. With enough practice, this fight can actually be pretty easy.
And I'm coming through the windows.
And just for the sake of having enough ammo for later, I'm going to... Oh, I missed. I'll try and...
Get on this side. Big cat. They must have followed you.
They followed you and your friend.
Doesn't matter.
That is what we in the business call improvising. If the area just completely gets out of hand, react and adapt. That wasn't planned. That was just, let me try and make chicken salad out of chicken shit. That's one of my dad's phrases. I feel old now. I once practiced this area for 18 hours straight. If you're wondering, how does he never mess up? Well, it's almost impossible now.
I've done this before.
Done this before, exactly. Shoulder swap, get in position, slight left turn, shoot, quick turn, square. Square has to be fast. 3 knocks, so I like to hit him right there.
For the rifle.
They have to die before he gives us the 6. I like to lure him over here
You're a better shot with that
for the
thing
green
than I am.
shelf. There's 1. There's another drop of 1. Just pretend it's 2. for the sake of this tutorial. If it's one here, it'll be two there. But yeah. Clicker. Rifle. Get him. Get her. We can get one drop later. If I had 8, I would use the rifle here. Because I got one drop, I'll use the bow. God damn it. Alright. You know what? I'm not able to accurately practice, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to the main menu. You know, I'll take it a step further. I'm actually going to close out of here, load up the game again, and then go to coal mine. I'm wasting my effort and energy trying to hit that one with an arrow. Just trying to keep things consistent. And we'll go back and I'll show you the deer. We should get a new thing of weapon sway and overcast shadows. But that's pretty much the fight. If there's one thing that the strats in place do, is it doesn't complicate this area too much. It may seem complicated, but you know, just memorize what I did the first time. The first try was really good. And then that's all you need to do. I feel like this area is more about memorization than execution. Right? Right, see the weapon sway?
There he is.
Compared to last time, the reticle was like perfectly centered. This one, as soon as I aim, just shot straight up. Then I like to move forward as it's going down. I don't know, it makes it easier. Practice, practice, practice. And the best practice is quitting to the main menu, then loading it up again after you got it once. Okay, wait about a second. Don't be too far in front of it, remember. And then go. And then we go. And if you were too far in front of it, do a restart encounter right here. And it'll checkpoint you right here.
How are you still alive? What is this place?
And then you just go.
Oh, great.
Right, I don't know what else there is to explain with the coal mine fight.
This place is not creepy at all.
So
Oh,
yeah, I'll do it one more time and then move on, because there isn't that much more to explain. Remember, if this was PlayStation 5, no loading screen.
Hope they don't find him. Cover the windows.
Stand here. David runs over there. We're over here, so David won't run over here. Get 1.
Every shot count now.
Get
done
2.
this before.
Get 3. David will run to where we were. We'll switch places. Fire, quick turn square. Hold an arrow. Get him.
Yeah, I got more rifle ammo.
Lure David over towards here a little
You're a
bit.
better shot with that thing than
Drop
I am.
1, drop a 2. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Thank you, game, for finally acknowledging that. I should mention, sometimes he doesn't drop anything. That's happened to me a couple times. Not many times, but a couple times during a run. If that happens, do the arrow on that one, but then try to improvise the rest. Get that one. Again, you want to kill these guys when they get to the door or the window, because then you might be able to pick one up like that. Okay, 1. Now reload right away and do a reload cancel on each bullet you fire with them. These you do 1, 2, 3. Don't look out the same window as David. Move over. 2. 3. Get ready. David helped me out a little bit there. All right, so here I like to reload it and then get him and then get him. And as you can see, the area ends right away. All right, that was really good. That's it. If you want to kill that one with an arrow and then this one with a rifle reload, that's fine too.
Screw it. We're getting out of this room.
All right, now for David to open this door, you need to look at him. You need to have the camera on him. Also, don't run into them like that. That will deal a lot of damage. Avoid their arms there.
Come on. I'll block their path. Cover the stairs.
Okay, right here. And because we left the fight with 0, David will give us 3 right here. If you're able to get a rifle bullet drop before you get here, get rid of it. When you go through this door, David will give you 3. Now, this is pretty important right here. This clicker needs to get hit by something. In this case, we're going to shoot it with an arrow. But we're going to do it in a spot where we can potentially get one back. See, if you do nothing right here, the clicker will come in and kill you. David doesn't block the doorway in time. You can't knife it. You can't do anything. You have to shoot it with something. So, if you hit it with an arrow, like right away, you won't be able to get that arrow back. But if you shoot it as soon as it like tries to come through here, like this, look, right there. If you hit it right there, it's RNG whether the arrow breaks or not, but you can sometimes get it back, like so. Ends up making a difference because we need to leave the coal mine with at least 4 arrows. You have to leave here with at least 4 arrows. Okay, this trick is weird. I'll show it to you once.
Through here.
Okay.
Perfect.
Do you know where you're going?
And then you run past. Because normally what it's supposed to look like... Oh, we lost our arrow. Oh well. Leaving here with 5 or 6 is okay. I lost my arrow. Normally what you do here, you can't run. If you're like behind him, you're at the mercy of his speed right here. It's really frustrating. So what you do is you aim right here like we did a couple times before, like at Henry's. Now as soon as he shoves forward with his shoulder, start mashing square and holding forward. Like right here, I'm just aiming. I'm not holding a direction. But as soon as you start mashing square, hold forward when you're doing it. And yeah, just start doing that when he like shoves his shoulder forward.
Do you know where you're going?
Now, if you can't get past him, that kind of sucks. But if you angle yourself in the right spot, you should be able to get in front of him pretty easily.
Through here.
Okay. Do you know where
Sometimes sometimes you need a 4th swing. 3 swings won't be enough sometimes, so you need to do a 4th in certain situations. Right about here. I like to angle her a little bit further left.
Through here.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Perfect. You don't need a 4th swing.
Put in this place.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time just to show it again.
Follow me through here.
Okay.
And,
Do you know where you're going?
Never
okay.
set foot
And then when you're here, reload the rifle.
Great.
Clear. This way.
Okay, that should be good enough. Just making a file because I want to potentially show off something here. Okay, now look at David. Because you were so far ahead of him, David just spawns in like that.
Hey kid.
Okay, there's
you
like
all right?
4 clickers here, but there's a route to go that avoids them all.
Clickers. Get out of there.
And what you want to do is hold down sprint and left right away. And you can move as early as possible. Fall down here, crouch when you need to, and then climb up. Just like that. David will kill that one every time.
There you are.
Okay, now as a result of moving early, like remember I said hold sprint and left. That creates a side effect here. I want to see if I get it first. If not, I'll just explain what happens. You don't need to look at the ladder. Just be right here and hold triangle.
Come here.
So let me listen if this happens.
Ready?
Okay, it's not happening, but what can happen is
I know.
these clickers in here can actually glitch through the wall and enter this area. And that usually happens when it's a direct side effect of sprinting as early as you possibly could right there. Now, the way to like fix it isn't to stop. It's to do, because you know you want to move right away. It's doing this.
Here, give me a hand.
That's how you fix it. That's why you sometimes see me, not sometimes, all the time you see me do that. I want to give the game one more chance to potentially have that happen. If not, I feel like my explanation is good enough, but... yeah. Firing that empty gun into that corner is to prevent a glitch.
Follow me through here.
Okay. Do you know where you're going?
Do one more swipe. There we go.
Great.
This way. Hey, kid, you all right?
I'm fine.
More clickers. Get out of there!
Okay, hold sprint, hold left, then hold forward. Drop down here. Don't bonk onto anything. Then climb. You'll never get killed by this clicker.
You all right?
He's just designed to die. Okay. Now if you just wait right here.
So close. We need to get up there. There. That ladder.
Here.
All right, let's hear if a
Come here,
clicker will
push me
come in and get us.
Ready? Yeah.
There it is. Look at that. Second try's the charm. Look at this.
You be quick. And keep a lookout for those things.
Should be
I know.
pretty self-explanatory, but that's not supposed to happen. And that could affect you climbing up the ladder early if that happens. And you can die from it too. It's not like inactive. Actually, hold on a second. Wait, look at this, look at this, look.
Give me a hand.
Look how stupid this looks. There's not supposed to be a clicker here. David, how you doing? You know, I'll get killed by it just to show you. I don't know if there's like a special checkpoint for it or what. No, there isn't. There is if you already dropped the ladder. If you drop the ladder, come down here, and then die. The checkpoint is like with the ladder already placed down here versus having to do all this over again. Now, if you restart encounter, you're going to get sent back. That was so close. We need to get up there.
Get up there.
No matter what, even if the ladder's already there.
There.
So if you do get the clicker glitch and you do get killed when you're down here, let the death play out. Don't do a restart encounter. It's kind of like what I was saying at Billstown and the truck push. If you die during the truck push, don't restart encounter because it's going to send you back inside the house. If you let the death play out, you'll spawn at the beginning but outside. So yeah. All right, one more time, and then I'll show you my remedy for it again.
Follow me through here.
Okay.
Fourth
where
swing.
you're
Yep.
Never set foot in this place.
You got to do a fourth swing. It's fine. And I use this time to reload.
This way.
Also, even if you do get that clicker glitch, sometimes
Hey, kid,
David can
you
get a
alright?
plus sign. That plus sign will go away if you hit the triangle prompt on the ladder. It's because there's not supposed to be a clicker here. But I don't want to sacrifice speed right here. You know? Now, it's definitely a result of sprinting as early as you possibly can right there. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
There you are.
But this is how you get rid of that happening. You don't want to do it too early, because sometimes they can come through the wall again. Right around when So Close disappears. This should get rid of it. And then
Here.
triangle.
Come here, boost me up.
If it doesn't get rid of it, like, it should get rid of it. It didn't. No, maybe it did. No, it didn't.
You be quick.
I wish I knew what
Keep a
causes
lookout
this.
for this.
I know.
See, look, it's coming after David now. Okay, but this is definitely file loading chapter select stuff. If you're doing it from the very beginning of Coal Mine, that pistol shooting thing will definitely prevent this from happening. Definitely, okay? It's a file loading thing. That's why that didn't work. Okay, as for this right here, if you get a clicker that comes over here, just get a brick from here and throw it. Don't throw it too late, because you could potentially do the Neil Druckmann glitch.
Here you go.
Now, if you get a clicker spawned in over here... Uh-oh. But remember, if you get killed by this clicker right here, there's going to be a checkpoint. Oh, man, I had to wait longer. Alright, that's dumb. Okay, for the sake of... You know what? This will be good. Let me show you what
Here.
is supposed to happen upstairs. Most of the time, you can just run past that clicker. You know what? I had my segmented speedrun here, just in case something like this was going to happen. Let me show you the segmented run. This is like a perfect grounded speedrun. Hold on. So I'm doing the strat as normal right here.
You alright?
There you are.
You can hear, they hear that. I'm just kind of pissing them off on the other side of the wall.
Come here, boost me up.
I get up here. There are no clickers in that area anymore. And then I do
Be
this.
quick. You keep a lookout for this.
I know.
Now, if for whatever reason right there you hear a clicker screech, the clicker's going to come out this way. You get the brick and you throw it at them to distract them. But most of the time what's going to happen is you hear nothing. And then you have time to round the corner, hit the ladder,
Here you go.
and no matter what this clicker does, you'll have time to escape. Right? See that? No matter what he does, you'll have time to escape. I just want you to keep that in your memory here, because that's nothing like what's going on right now. Sometimes you'll have to do this.
You be quick. You keep a lookout for this.
I know.
Get the brick and throw it. And then run around it. You can kill it if you don't feel safe.
Alright.
And then go over the ladder, and you're fine.
Here you go.
Come on. Look out.
And then the way you climb this ladder perfectly is by approaching it at a slight angle, and then when you climb up here, she should climb a little bit faster than she normally does.
Through here.
But yeah. Okay, you know what? I know this is going to be pretty inconvenient. You know, I gotta remember that checkpoint. That was pretty good. I'm going to do it from the very beginning, from start to finish. That was file 10. Let me go file 9. I'm going to do all of that from start to finish. And then we'll focus on the coal mine fight. Coal mine fight is, that's a doozy. I would say it's harder than the first part of the coal mine fight. You saw there's some complications in the middle. But the last part of the fight can be tricky. Especially with like what some of the runners do when they hop inside the building. Yeah, I'm going to do everything again from start to finish. Remember, volume up in your headset for the sound effects.
Where'd you
All right, high reticle so I can move.
go? There you are.
There we go.
Got you.
Okay, and then right here, don't get too far in front of it. Have a bit of a later shot.
Oh, man.
So it doesn't run the other way.
How are you still alive? What is this place? Oh, great. Everything's cool. This place is not creepy at all. Oh,
If this was PlayStation 5, the cutscene would have started by now. But as you can see, it's kind of like... I skipped cutscene. I'm just skipping it over and over. There's something weird with the cutscene trigger right here. It still takes 13 seconds. Again, PlayStation 5, no issue there. Okay.
Let's hope they don't find him.
Stand here. David will run there.
okay.
When he's there, you come over here. 3 bullets. 1,
Make every shot count now.
2,
Done this before.
3. David. All right, look, I mentioned this earlier. He's looking out the window a lot, so he's not fucking off. Yeah, see, he's not doing anything. So the section would kind of be ruined there. That right there I can only describe as tough shit. That wasn't supposed to happen. There's nothing you can do to prevent that from happening. It's just really, really, really bad luck. But I did mention that happening earlier, so I guess there's one benefit of actually seeing it. You can't really recover it anyway. Sorry.
No matter what, we have to keep them out. Let's hope they don't find him. Cover the windows.
Okay.
You can tell right away if he's gonna move or not. 1,
Make every shot count now.
2,
Done this before.
3. Come over here. Look, see him standing up. He's gonna move. And he is. I can hear his footsteps. All right here. Shoot. Quick turn. Squared. I aimed a little bit further left because I noticed she was doing a slow swing on it.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with
I
that
like to
thing than
lure
I
him
am.
over.
Give me a hand.
1 and 2. Good. We got 2. And then looking for this arrow. Looks like we can't get it back. That's all right.
Help me with this thing.
Okay. Rifle on the clicker. Reload it. Get this arrow ready. Oh. At least we can get that arrow back.
Don't let him come in through the window.
If he dropped 1, kill this one with an arrow, but we got 2. So 1. Yep.
More effective on this side.
Maybe they followed you and your friend.
This window's free. 1. David. Alright, David wanted to help out there. Alright, that was really good. Yeah, if David's near the clicker, after you shoot it, sometimes he goes over and just punches it.
Screw it. We're getting out of this room.
Now remember, 7's really good. Now remember, don't
This way.
run into those arms, and if you leave here with 0, you'll get
I'll block this. Cover the
3.
stairs.
a way to potentially get this arrow back is to do this. Okay, the arrow broke. That can happen. That's okay. We're in a situation we didn't really need it.
Follow me through here.
Okay.
Swing. Knife past him. I need a fourth one. There we go. Okay.
Great.
Reload right here. If you don't knife past him, just follow him.
This way.
That's all you can do.
Hey, kid, you all right?
I'm fine.
More clickers. Get out of
Okay,
there!
remember right here. Hold sprint and left. And then go. I like to let go of sprint as I hop in there. Or fall in there, I should say. Then climb. And then to prevent that clicker glitch,
There you are.
I don't do it right away. Because one time the clicker climbed over the wall and killed me before I hit triangle. Right around the time the subtitles go away. Alright, you hear how they reacted to that? There we go.
Come here, boost me up.
Now we shouldn't get a clicker glitch. We shouldn't. By the way, if you do get the clicker glitch, that clicker on the second floor rounding the corner in the doorway, he will show up every single time. But we'll see if we get it here. Alright, let's listen.
You be quick and keep a lookout for me.
I know.
I don't hear anyone, so we should be good. Let's see, is he coming towards us or not? He is. Okay, sometimes he can be really, really close. What you do to fall like back to the bottom floor, don't hold sprint and back. If you're doing that, you won't be moving backwards in a sprinting animation. What you need to do is hold backwards, and then as soon as you recognize that you're moving her, then hold sprint. So it would look like this, in case he was a lot closer. Like this, watch. Right there, then hold sprint. No matter how close he gets, I've never ever been killed by him. So, yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to make a save file right here. And I'm going to attempt to do a perfect part 2 of Coal Mine Fight, then break this part just down. So once you get on the bridge, a sort of checkpoint is hit. Now this optional dialogue prompt is actually mandatory.
Yeah, no shit.
You saw in my inputs how I hit triangle at a very specific time. I did hit that triangle prompt. It's important because without hitting that triangle prompt, you can't... These enemies will never spawn in. This area, by the way, is really, really complicated, but I'll describe it all later. Oh, I hit square, but I hit square too early. I'm okay, though. That was my fault. You have to hit square after his feet hit the floor.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
All that did was delay the spawn. See, like that. Yeah, you gotta do it like that. Okay. Rifle him. Do that. This one should drop 2. It did. Let this one go after David. Grab this brick. Or you don't have to have anything at all, but I like to pick it up. Hit him. And then kill him, and pick up the bottle as soon as you kill him.
Here come more.
Up. Go for an arrow that might not have broken there. This drawer doesn't do anything, but when I kill him, sometimes he drops a rifle bullet, and I want to pick up the bullet and not open the drawer. Okay, if I get hit once, I'm dead, so I need David to... Back to back. They'll drop 1, pick up the ammo, get the brick, get this. Okay, get him. And then there's gonna be a bloater right here. Hit his foot. We leave here with 6 arrows and 1 rifle. And then you move David to the window. Okay, despite fucking this up right here, the rest was perfect. I was supposed to do a stab as soon as he hopped down, but I mistimed it. That's okay, the rest was perfect. Yeah, I hit a checkpoint, so we gotta do a file loading. Okay, good fight. Good fight, except for that first enemy. Now, there's a lot I need to explain about setting up this fight. First things first is, and there's no way you would know this, but I'm passing my knowledge onto thee. First, gotta deal with the loading screen. Oh, perfect checkpoint.
Through here.
Very nice. Literally right here, the fight hasn't started yet. Okay. So, I mentioned that dialogue prompt. It has an optional dialogue like icon, but it's mandatory to start the fight. I'll show you.
Need to find a way out of here.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, old man.
Some of the dialogue must have gotten messed up. But yeah, right here, if you never hit triangle, the fight will never start. And we could sit here, I'm thirsty, I'm gonna get a drink. Now listen to the dialogue. When I did it the first time, the dialogue was, actually, you know what, let me go back and show you what it was. Sorry, this is going to take a little while to explain because I make it look easy, but this was pretty important here. So if we go back to the first time I did the fight, there was different dialogue. Nope. We'll get there, don't worry. Okay, listen.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit. But if I hit it here, we get this.
Jeez. Looks like someone already fought those things and lost.
Oh, Lord. I've been looking for these boys. Doesn't matter. You grab their gear. I'm gonna look for an exit.
And then we wait for the fight to start. We're just waiting. We're doing nothing. Downtime.
Keep your eyes open for anything we can use.
See anything?
Get ready.
Now that was a lot of dialogue played out, right? Now, if you remember in a casual playthrough, now the enemies spawned in right after, what was the dialogue? Ellie's like, see anything? David's like, it's a dead end. How on earth did they use this building? And then the infected just spawned in right there. Now, if I restart encounter, we're going to get the same thing again. It's a little bit before they spawn in. If I do nothing, we're going to get the same thing again. Hope you're paying attention. Keep your eyes open for anything we can use. See anything?
See anything?
It's a dead end. How on earth did they use this building? And then
Use this building.
spawn.
Get ready.
Now watch this. I'm going to pick things up. How about that, that, a little bit of that.
Keep your eyes open for anything we can use.
Just picking things up.
See anything?
Now watch. They're supposed to spawn in, right? Now.
So what do we do? Is there any other choice? Right.
Get ready.
And then they spawn in. Pretty weird, right? It turns out, after you hit triangle, and Ellie's supposed to say, yeah, no shit. After she's done saying that, everything you pick up adds a second to their spawn time. Isn't that weird? But yeah, every single thing you pick up after you hit triangle and after Ellie's done talking, adds 1 second to their spawn
Keep your
time.
eyes open for anything we can use.
That's why sometimes you get some unused dialogue there. I wonder if they use this building. So what do? We hold our ground. Is there any other choice? We die. Right. That was completely missing if we didn't pick anything up. There was room for that dialogue to happen the more things we picked up. Now, so what we're going to do, after we hit triangle, we have time to pick up this nail bomb and this Molotov, because as you saw, we used that over there.
So what do we do?
Even there, I only picked up 2 things. There wasn't enough time for the rest of the dialogue. It's really weird how that works. Okay, now, so yeah, after you hit triangle, only pick up the nail bomb and the Molotov. That'll make it so, you know what time they're going to spawn in. Now, this part's really weird as well. I'm pretty sure if I hit triangle, watch this, if I hold down triangle too early and try and hit it as early as I can, I think we're going to get that long, drawn-out dialogue. Watch this. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. Let me see.
We need to find a way out.
Jeez.
Right there, see that?
Looks like someone already fought those things and lost.
I'm looking for these boys. Doesn't matter. You grab the gear. I'm gonna look for an exit.
You don't want that dialogue. It takes way too long. Way too long. So what we're going to do instead, if you wait long enough running in that room, David says we need to find a way out of here. And then if I hit triangle too early, Ellie says, geez, looks like someone already fought those things and lost. If you do nothing, Ellie will say, yeah, no shit. If you hit triangle as soon as she says, then that, geez, looks like someone already fought those things and lost, that dialogue gets skipped. So it's a combination of everything I said. Well, first, let me show you the timing for this. I like to hit triangle just as I'm like right on top of it. That's the timing, so watch.
We need to find a way out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
See that? Triangle prompt was hit, and that, geez, looks like someone already fought those things and lost, was skipped. So the next dialogue, which is,
Keep
keep an eye out for anything we can use, that happens really early.
See anything?
Now this still comes into play right here.
How on earth did they use this building? Get ready.
They still spawn in early. So a way to combine everything together so you have a Molotov and a nail bomb, and this fight starts really, really early, more specifically the same time every time, is to time that triangle prompt in that specific spot that I just did, and then right afterwards, get the nail bomb and the Molotov. I'm pretty sure only the Molotov I pick up adds a second to the beginning of the fight, because that's after Ellie's done talking. You have a small window to pick up the nail bomb and not add a second, because she's still talking. I hit triangle and she's like, yeah, no shit. During that time, you can pick up one thing without adding a second, but the Molotov will add a second. But it's still starting at the exact same moment every single time, so I can time when I throw them. So let me do the beginning of the fight. So look at the timing of my inputs.
We need to find a way out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
Right there, and then right there. Don't hold down triangle, don't accidentally pick up the rag. We got the nail bomb and the Molotov, and the fight's going to start early. Now what I do is I shoulder swap, I put the arc just above the rooftop, and I'm as far to the left as I can, because when I switch to my Molotov, it's a little bit easier. The further left you are, the easier it is. Now, what's the timing for these throws? As soon as David says Earth, how on earth? Like, he says it quickly, don't anticipate it. As soon as he starts to say it, or as soon as he's done saying it, that's when you throw this nail bomb. And then after you kind of think the nail bomb lands, that's when you throw the Molotov. Because if you throw the Molotov too early, sometimes it can hit a corpse that goes flying, and it won't hit the ground behind him. So you want to make sure the Molotov is thrown a little bit later, and make sure the nail bomb has a good enough arc to it. So it looks like this.
See anything?
There. And there. and then stab it. And as you can see, there's 5 infected. 1 hops down, and then 3 die from the Molotov nail bomb Molotov combination, and then this one walks through the fire and then burns up.
They're on the roof.
And then basically what that does is you hear that they're on the roof. That dialogue spawns in the next wave of enemies. And if you were to kill the first 5 infected kind of slowly, the next wave of enemies would never spawn in. If my memory serves me correct, you need to kill 3 of the runners as soon as you possibly can. It might be 4. To be honest, I don't really remember. All I know is the nail bomb Molotov and then stabbing the runner that hops down will make it so the dialogue, you hear that? They're on the roof, will happen as early as humanly possible. There is no faster way to trigger in that dialogue. So yeah, and the good thing is we can restart and counter. As long as you did the appropriate triangle prompt on this guy and then got the nail bomb, the checkpoint will make it so they spawn in and we can throw the nail bomb on when David says how on earth, it works the same way. Now you can actually see, after Ellie's done talking, yeah, no shit, the game has us as picking up the nail bomb right here before the checkpoint was hit. So after she's done talking, there's a checkpoint. We have the nail bomb. All we have to do is pick up the Molotov. Oh, and look, we hit another checkpoint right there. That's more reserved for if you die. But yeah, this thing was like auto-saving. There's like an in-game checkpoint when the fight starts. So if you die, it places you in a spot where like the enemies are already spawned in. If you restart and counter, it sends you back to before the fight starts. But yeah, we're in a perfect position to practice here. So we pick up the Molotov and nothing else. And just trust me, this strat will work. You need to be really far to the left. Not throwing, I'm talking like her position. You need to throw it far left and be standing far left. And then have the arc just graze the top of the roof. And then go. Okay, that runner never moved. But it should still work. Yeah, look at that, it worked.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
Oh, you know what might have happened? I might have hit the runner with the nail bomb. That can happen sometimes. The runner is supposed to run past the nail bomb. Sometimes it can hit him. If that happens, you saw, they all still died. No matter what happens, it still works really well. I think that's what happened.
See anything?
See that? Yeah, he's running past. And then stab him. Don't use any ammo. And you don't even need to check. They are going to die. It's a super consistent strat no matter what you do.
They're on the roof.
I know.
And then you want to stab him as soon as he hops down. Triangle won't work. You have to use square. And then this shot's tough, but what you have to do is hit this runner with a rifle bullet. And you want to hit the trail runner, not the front runner, the trail runner. Yeah, what else? There are different ways that they can all run across the bridge. If they're close to each other, try and snipe off the trail runner. If they're separate from each other, it looks like this runner's going to be hard to hit, right? Because he's running pretty fast, and the other runner has already hopped in. If you notice that, watch. I'm going to predict the future. This runner is going to freeze right before hopping down. See that? It's one of those things you have to recognize. If they're just running nonstop, the trail runner will just freeze right before. That's when you snipe them. If they're close to each other, then you just hit the trail runner as best you can. It's a tough shot, but what can I say? It's part of the strat. And killing them in this order, in this way, guarantees that you'll get drops somewhere in this room. Like the next clicker should drop 2 rifle bullets. This one, I have 2 rifle bullets. I'm going to aim at him around this corner. The reason I don't go too far is because I want David to hang around the stairwell area. Now, I shoot at this clicker when I shoot at this runner when I hear the clicker to my right do a screech. That means he's about to fall down into the room. So let's listen. Oh. Okay, I didn't hear him right away. But yeah, when you hear that clicker screech right away, shoot the runner. As you can see, David is near the stairs, but he's going to follow me because companions just like to follow you. And so he has his back turned to this runner. Also, that clicker just dropped 2 bullets, like I said. And so you can do a quick kill like that. If David is like really close to me in the clicker, he's going to eventually try and shoot this runner. And you don't want that to happen because David's revolver is kind of useless. And you don't want to waste an arrow. So you want David to hang around the stairs and then come walking towards me and completely ignore this runner. So it grabs onto him and then I get it off of him with a stab. And then right here, it's more habit. I like to get this brick right here. Now, 2 kills. One right here, a quick turn, and then another one. Now right here, you want to kill this one with a rifle. Because watch this. If you use... Even though, like, the window, like, some of the windows are shattered, there's an invisible wall for arrows. Like, this one looks open. Nope. But watch this. You can shoot through the windows. You cannot shoot an arrow through. Now, after that, that's the last runner of the first wave. What you want to do as soon as you kill him is pick up a bottle or a brick.
Doing fine.
Pick up something.
Doesn't feel like it.
For whatever reason,
Stay focused. We'll make it. Here come more.
that spawns in the next wave of enemies ASAP. Right away. So literally you go,
Are there?
I have no idea. Just keep at it.
and then you go from there. Yeah, putting that all together so far, I hope this is making sense, everyone. I'll do it from back there after I've done going spot by spot. Yeah, also the reason I like being further left here is because if I throw the nail bomb from here, Ellie moves forward a little bit, so if I try to throw the Molotov,
See anything?
she throws it right there. Basically, her throwing the nail bomb moves her a little bit further this way. So you want to be as far to the left as you can, so you're not eventually throwing it into the wall. So as soon as David says Earth... Yeah, don't wait until David is finished saying the word Earth. It's like, how on earth do they use... Like, he says it pretty quickly. I like to throw it, like, when he's in the middle of saying it. If you end up throwing it too late... It's something funny. One of the attempts that happened... Hold on. I actually want to show it again. Because it was pretty cool. It's sort of like proof that this strat is kind of foolproof. I want to see if I can... Hold on. Okay, watch this. No, I didn't get it. Okay, maybe I went past it. Or, let me just look one more time. Because I did do it once. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. It was this one. So watch this. I actually hit the runner with the lead runner with this nail bomb. I hit him with it and threw the Molotov. So they all still died. Even though it didn't work, it still works. And then, you hear that? They're on the roof, spawns in at the same time as if I stabbed that runner.
You hear that? They're on the...
It's a pretty cool strat. Yeah, this strat's pretty much foolproof. Just make sure you throw the Molotov. Let me show you a potential consequence of throwing the Molotov too early.
See anything?
Alright, so that should still work, but... Oh look, that one's still alive. Look at that. It didn't kill him. Yeah, so that's part of the strat. Molotov needs to be thrown later. And visually, I like to time the Molotov throw for around the time it looks like the nail bomb is landing. That was a nice demonstration right there. Also, don't throw it against the wall. It's not going to work, especially the nail bomb, or the Molotov. Watch this, watch this, watch this. There's an invisible wall right there. If you hit that invisible wall, nothing happens. Nobody gets burned up. Also, I know it's tempting. Don't pick up other things for the reason I showed earlier, because if this gets messed up, I don't know the timing to throw the Molotov, or not the Molotov, the nail bomb. If a couple seconds are delayed at the beginning of the fight, I don't know what to do. I don't know the key. I don't know the dialogue cue for this strat to work. So make sure you're just picking up the nail bomb and the Molotov. All right. And again, I like the arc going just above the rooftop.
See anything?
Right about there. Beautiful. Now, did you see up there that corpse that came flying out of the doorway when the nail bomb blew up? That's the big reason, besides the fact that other clicker didn't die. That's the reason you want to wait for the Molotov throw. If that Molotov hits that corpse, the Molotov isn't going to be effective at all. It's not going to burn the rest of them. Just know you got to wait a little bit before throwing that molly, because it's tempting. It's tempting. But I don't even need to check. They're all going to die. I'm positive. And he does. He burns up. And then... You hear that?
Hear that?
They're on the roof.
I know.
Uh-oh. That was my own fault. That right there is the reason I like to open this drawer right here. You see me open this drawer before stabbing this runner? That's because this runner right here sometimes drops a rifle bullet. And when I kill these runners and I'm getting a brick, I'm getting the ammo right here and then getting the ammo right here. I don't want to lose time opening that drawer accidentally. But yeah, when you're coming back here, you hear that? They're on the roof. You don't have to get this arrow right here. You can do this first and then do the rest of the stuff. You can pick this up later. But if you have the time, I like to do that. But be aware, that could be a potential run killer. Just be cautious. Learn through my mistakes. All right, let's get to the second half of the fight. We did the first half.
See anything?
Also, what can happen if you throw that nail bomb too early, like before Earth or as soon as he says it? This runner will get staggered by the throw. So he would hop down a lot later, and you don't want that. You want to kill him quickly. Yeah, the earlier you throw it, the earlier it's going to blow up, and it might get that runner.
They're on the roof.
I know.
All right, get the trail runner. All right, I missed, so I'm going to try and improvise. All right, that runner dropped the ammo instead.
Way to go, kid.
Okay, so I'm gonna go get the ammo over here.
How many of these things are there?
So yeah, that was kind of a mess. See what happens if you miss one bullet? A different enemy is... I improvised by using an arrow down the hallway, but a different enemy ended up dropping the 2 rifle bullets. So yeah. You also want to leave this... I mentioned 4 arrows, but you want to leave her with 1 rifle bullet as well.
See anything?
Get ready. Come out of there.
Nice.
know.
Okay, there was a big delay to the fight, to the next wave there. One of the runners survived that. I don't know why, but that's kind of an outlier to what usually happens. Let's keep going. All it costs you is time. It doesn't put the RNG at risk later on. All it does is cost you a little bit of time. And you can also tell by the music as well, the more you practice. So stab, shoot the trail runner. I don't know why I'm having a hard time hitting him. That shot's tough. And you can tell, the hardest shot is when he's continuing to run. Sometimes he slows down, sometimes he freezes at the end. But those shots where he continues to run, that's tough. There's no way around it.
Keep your eyes open for anything we can use.
See anything?
It's a dead end. They use this. Get ready. What's out of there, miss?
That should work. Yeah, there we go. He'll burn up. Yep, there we go.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
Here, I'll leave that arrow for later. Get in position. Stab. All right, how about here? There we go. All right, yeah, he started stumbling a little bit right there, so, yeah. All right, listen for the clicker. There's the clicker, so he takes a while to regain consciousness. Now David's focusing towards me, so that makes for an easy kill. Also, don't pick up those 2 rifle bullets that the clicker drops right away, because there's a chance the next few enemies we kill are going to drop some as well. So then you get those plus the 2. That's how you leave here with at least 1. Okay. Double arrow kills here. And then a rifle kill. And then pick up a bottle right there. Get the bottle. Next wave. Here comes more.
How many of these things are there?
If you didn't pick up that bottle, that wave wouldn't have spawned in for another 10 seconds. So then here, kill this one as soon as he hops down. He didn't drop anything. Sometimes he does. Kill him. Kill him. All right, none of them dropped any. That's just really bad luck. So what you do is just pick up this one. And then kill them this way. Get a brick before leaving. And then we only have time to do this. If one of those 3 runners, the one that hops down in the window and then the 2 that rush you, don't drop rifle ammo, that's really, really, really unlucky. And then you end up leaving here with no rifle ammo. If that happens, well, like I said, it's really unlucky. There's an enemy in the next area that drops shotgun ammo. Not too often do I get rifle ammo drops in the next area as well. You'd have to rely on arrows or a brick throw or something. But yeah, you need to get 3 kills. Like, you need to kill at least 4 people in the next part and then 3 at the ranch. And you do that primarily using arrows. But you do want 1 arrow leaving here. As for this shot, stand right here. I like to make it so the reticle is like at level with the bar going across this way, and I hold up on the right stick. So like Ellie can't aim any higher. And then when the foot comes into focus, just like that. The bloater is a 1-hit kill. And then run this way, so David is running towards the window. Because if you end the fight in that room, David does a long, slow walk back to the window. He's able to sprint for about 5 or 6 seconds after you kill the bloater. So you want to sprint right to the window, and then when he loses his sprint, he's right there. So yeah, putting that all together. You know what? I'll put it all together. We'll go back here. I don't know how much more there is to say about this fight. Memorize and execute. I know I'm explaining things slow. You can either look at my updated segmented speedrun or my record speedrun. I think both of those videos did this area justice. Okay, we'll get a running start here.
Through here.
Now remember the timing on the triangle prompt. This seems like a heavy task to do this each time, but it's not too bad when you get over it.
Yeah, no shit.
See that? I'd recommend practicing that more than anything. Hit the triangle prompt when you're just standing over it after Ellie says, yeah, no shit. After she starts saying, yeah, no shit. Get the nail bomb right after, and then the Molotov is the only thing you pick up that's going to add a second to the fight. But that's going to make it so as soon as David says, how on earth, that's when they spawn in. So here we go. I'll do this fight from start to finish, sort of verbalizing as I go.
Anything?
All right, listen. Throw. Throw. Yeah, I'll show you another bloater kill spot.
You hear that?
Okay.
They're on the roof.
If you have time, you can pick that up. You don't have to. Okay, and then snipe the trail runner. Stay right here so David doesn't get too far away. Listen for the clicker. I hear him. Stab. He'll drop 2. Don't pick them up. Kill this one. Try and not use any of your ammo. And then shoot. Quick turn. Shoot. Rifle. Bottle pickup. Here comes more. Here come more. We'll spawn in. We'll start very early. I use that time to pick up any broken arrows. Arrows that may not have broken. Remember, I open that drawer so I don't open it later, potentially losing time if this one drops one. And he does. Cool. That's nice. All right, I like to lure them over here so David will help me. David killed that one. Okay, so I'm going to get this. Then get this. Then get this. And then get that one. And get this brick before you leave. And get ready. Oh yeah. If you're late getting here, it's like, oh no, I didn't line it up time. There's another spot you could do right here. You can shoot it right there. And then go. Now sometimes David can get caught in the doorway, but he didn't this time. Okay, now I'll do it one more time, but if you let the bloater hop down and then you kill it, he will drop you 2 rifle bullets, but what will also happen is an extra runner will spawn in. It can be quite annoying if you're not able to kill the bloater before it hops down. If you let him hop down, an extra runner will spawn in from somewhere. Make sure that bloater never hits the ground no matter what. If you don't have a rifle bullet for him, well, you should. You should. Because I'll be honest, it's okay if you leave here without any rifle bullets, but letting the bloater hop down so you can get some is no bueno. Do not do that. Try and find a way to make it through the rest of winter without any rifle ammo. Hopefully you have a lot of arrows or a brick or bottle you can use. You know, do not let the bloater hop down for any reason ever. An extra enemy will spawn in. Also, this seemed to only be a problem on easy mode, but the last 2 clickers that hop in, there's like the last 2 enemies in that area are 2 clickers and then the bloater. If you kill the clickers really, really, really early, like before they hop in, sometimes an extra clicker can spawn in like after you kill the bloater. But that seemed to only be an issue with easy mode because grounded, you're trying to save as much ammo as you can. So, yeah.
Through here.
Did I save? Just want to be sure. If you're not sure if you saved or not, just check again. Because otherwise you'd have to go start from the very beginning of winter to get back here. Alright, so I recommend just watching my inputs here again for the timing on this.
I need to find a way out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
See that? Just as you're about to get over it. Like, get on top of it. Get the nail bomb, get the Molotov, and get ready. The arc, I like to just below the rooftop. Make sure you're left so the Molotov doesn't hit the door.
See anything?
Dead end. They use this.
Now on earth,
Get ready.
it lands, throw it, and get ready for a little stabby. You hear that? Should happen as soon as she goes through the doorway.
You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That's optional. Right, hit the trail runner. It can be a tough shot, I know. Just practice. I hear the clicker. David should have his back turned. He does. That one dropped 2 rifle bullets. Kill it.
Thanks, kid.
I like to pick up that brick just because. Kill. Kill. Rifle. Boom. Pick up the bottle. Pick up the bottle. And then check if they dropped anything.
Are there?
And then I like to open this drawer just because. As soon as he hops down, did he drop anything? No. Whether he drops rifle ammo or not is random. Come on. All right, I'll let David take this one.
Nice going.
All right, move. That one, it's okay. Okay, and then get ready. Get ready. If you didn't feel comfortable doing that shot, remember the other one. Get him towards this window. Don't go too far, and then boom. Yeah, the ending sometimes isn't pretty. Yeah,
No infected.
that's the fight.
No infected. What'd I tell you?
Hopefully the explanation is a little bit easier. Makes the fight a little bit easier to understand. If you want to nail it like that, you know, you need to practice it a lot, and I mean a lot. But I feel like with enough time and effort, you too, watching at home, could do that. You could. Make it muscle memory. Make it so that's all you know how to do when you enter this area. Now, that's personal preference for me. I like picking up all the rifle ammo they drop before I go for the 2 clickers. If you're not worried about getting like the super early bloater foot shot, you'll have time to kill the clickers and then pick up the rifle ammo, although you need to kill one of those clickers with the rifle. Maybe pick up 1 rifle bullet that they drop on the kills, and then go back for those 2 in the corner after you kill the clickers. Depends what you think you're comfortable with, you know? Because you saw I barely made it in time for those clickers. I had to kill the second clicker in a bit of a weird spot. But, yeah. Also, that was good. No, I can't show it off. Make sure David is near that window when he loses his sprint, okay? Because it's like I said, it's a very, very slow walk to the point that they have like a whole conversation on their way to the window. You know, kid, I think we did it. Like we killed all of them? Don't act so surprised. More like disbelief. I'll check the bridge. A lot of talking. You don't want that. So yeah, then a cutscene skip. Okay, there's a trick coming up right here. I can only show this off once, because the more you restart and counter this area, like, if you ride past a human right next to you, they're gonna hop onto Ellie and try to knock her off. You need to mash square to get them off. But I'm gonna do a trick here that involves turning the camera and mashing sprint, and an enemy will hop on and then immediately hop off. But the more you restart and counter, the more buggy, like, enemies grabbing onto her are. So I can only show this off once. If you want to practice this, like, for real, like you're doing a run, you need to have a save file set for the end of the previous area, and then close the game, and then open it again to actually accurately practice this trick I'm about to show you. It's weird. It's very, very weird. If you restart and counter enough, an enemy never grabs onto Ellie. Okay?
Let's go, boy.
Watch this. So you want to hold right here. Ignore these guys. Now, this enemy right here. Turn the camera and mash sprint. See that? He hops on and then hops off. And you want to start mashing sprint as soon as you think he's about to hop on. And you only need to do that for that one enemy.
Come on.
Okay, now if you can take damage from those guns
Get
if you mess up that trick. And any damage Ellie takes here actually counts. And I need to make this very, very important. Any damage Ellie takes from here until David chokes her out actually gets carried over to the next area where she escapes from David and then is running through the town. Super, super, super duper important. She does not take any damage anywhere here. Really important. If you have almost no health at all leaving here, she's going to have almost no health at all when she escapes from David's cannibal torture room.
Shoot the fucking horse!
Also, just like when we're riding through the ranch as Joel, I like letting go then holding down sprint every 5 or 6 trots or so. It's not proven, but I think it actually makes Ellie go a little faster.
Oh, man.
That's just theory, though. Alright, we don't need to do file loading here because this area works exactly the same from a restart encounter. So no file loading needed. Okay. I'll do the strat once, then break it down. This strat's relatively new.
Where is she? Really killing her?
He doesn't get to make that call. James told me to go from the university.
Where do we go?
How many of our guys were killed there?
Yeah. Where'd they go?
And then you continue onward. Okay, now the one thing you probably saw that was weird, when I was right there, I was aiming right over here. There was supposed to be a guy that showed up, but he didn't. He was back there and he turned around. If you're aiming here and this guy just doesn't show up after a few seconds, do what I did and just start moving. But most of the time there's going to be a guy there. Now, one thing that's important with this area, when you do fire an arrow, I'll just fire one this way, don't do this. So watch, you fire and then sprint. Don't do that. Make it so you, like, fire and then crouch walk, and then start sprinting again when it lands, because the alerts in this area can be kind of weird. All right, I'll do it one more time and then break it down. So it may not look like this area is the same as if you were starting from that hill after Callus dies, but it is. The AI is exactly the same.
He doesn't get to make that call. James told me it's to go from the university. How many of our guys were killed there?
Yeah.
See that? There's a guy there. You can pick stuff up if they drop. It's pretty important to, because right here, all you need is 1 and 2. For the next area, all you need is 1 and 2. Also, forgive me, but it's really, really fun to try and hit these guys from really far away. Oh. Oh. Sorry, that's just fun. Okay, so let's break it down. The old strat involved going this way. You don't have to do that. Going this way is about 2 seconds faster, and they don't spot you. As long as you, like, take tight turns here, like right there and there. They won't spot you. If you, let me check, like, how blind they really are.
Really killing her? I consider one her alive.
All right, if I had climbed up, they probably wouldn't have seen me. They're pretty blind. Okay, but there's something else here. You need to climb into this here from a wide angle. Watch what happens if I, like, cut the corner here. Okay, it didn't happen, but it has to do more with, like...
The university. How many of our guys were killed there?
I didn't know that was her.
No, it has to do with that way. Okay. So you can climb at an angle. Make sure you don't climb flat. But for safety reasons, you want to take a wider turn here, because you can get alerted very strangely here. See that? Right there. See that? Perfect example. That's what I was talking about. So when climbing this thing right here, remember, hang to the right, you want to take a wider turn right here. Like that. See? Slightly wider turn. Now watch something that can go badly right here.
How many of our guys were killed there?
Right there. I think I have a video. I think I do. Hold on. No, I don't. Sorry. Okay. But right here. What I like to do as soon as... Hold on. As soon as I, like, get off of here, I hit circle so I can aim in a crouch position. Now, if you aim off of right here, you're going to be close to this guy. And this guy will notice you earlier the closer you are to him. So what I like to do is run off over here. Like over here. I know it doesn't look like much, but there compared to right here will make a difference in when this guy spots you. Oh, I shot him in the balls. So yeah, maybe I can show you. Remember, wide turn on this climb. Okay, so watch what happens if I'm further to the left if he's looking at me.
How many of our guys were killed there?
Okay, he wasn't looking at me.
Yeah.
And that was tense, but... Also, really quick, if you're short on arrows, you can do this. Killing this guy on the deck, back to back with a brick throw and stab, makes it so they don't really care. A lot of them hang around in this house right here. As you can see, they're not hostile. I want to hit this guy. I want to hit this guy. Hold on. I want to hit one of you. Come on. Oh, too high. Okay, yeah. If that one guy, after you get out of the house, is walking to the right, your right, then he's not going to see you. But on the off chance that he's looking at you, if you're too close to him, you'll get alerted really early. So, let me try that
How many
again.
of our guys were killed there?
He doesn't seem to be noticing me. But yeah, you got to anticipate this guy showing up. And then... right here, sometimes these roles can be reversed, where the purple guy walks that way and the guy with the gun walks this way. But yeah. I'm not really doing a good job of showing it off, but you just gotta trust me. You know, and this looks scary, but you're safe as long as you climb up further to the right. You'll be fine. When you hop off of here, just be really far to the right,
How many of our
okay?
guys were killed there?
And get him. Aim at him. Assume he's going to be there, and make sure you fire early. This guy, you can get there. And then this guy, if you're low on arrows, like you have one or something, do that and then go. Also, let me see if they come towards me. Oh, they are. Okay. Also, look at Ellie right here. If you pick something up, when you're shimmying along the ledge, her knees become inverted. It's just kind of funny looking. But yeah. You should be safe. If you started going along the ledge there, you would have made it out in time.
Really killing her? Is anyone alive?
I don't know what else there is to mention. Make sure you crouch right there when she goes airborne. Hit him. Hit him. You can go as long as he doesn't show up. That can be a tough shot. You can do it standing up. Just make sure he's dead before you start moving. Yeah, don't stab him without a brick, and whatever you do, don't sprint up to him and stab him, because the hand-to-hand combat in this game as Ellie is bullshit. I don't know if there's any more to mention here.
Really killing her? Is anyone alive?
He doesn't get to make that call. James told me it's too close to the university. How many of our guys were killed there?
And him?
Yeah.
I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I never heard that before. Enemy's like, she's got a gun. Yeah. And then get him. Now, if you want to get that arrow back, potentially, I recommend firing that at him earlier. Because when an arrow doesn't break and then it lands, sometimes it takes a few seconds to be able to pick it up. So I recommend if you're going to use an arrow against him, do it early. And so when you get here, you can pick it up like that without losing time. And yeah, make sure some of these enemies are dead before you start sprinting again.
Really killing her? Said he wants her alive. He doesn't get to make that call. James told me it's the girl from the university. How many of our guys were killed there?
Him. Assume he's going to be there. Alright, the arrow broke, but then you could pick it up right here. Yeah, I'm not exactly getting any weird variations, because there are some. Like I said, when you're right here, and you climb up here, sometimes it could be the guy in the yellow jacket coming forward, and the purple guy hopping down there, and then going that way. If that happens, you want to crouch right here, wait a while, and then fire. Because if you kill the guy in the yellow jacket coming down the stairs too early, the guy in the purple will see it. So you want to crouch and be a little bit late with the arrow. I'll do this a few more times just to see what the game gives me. It seems like the most random thing you can get is the first arrow guy's moving pattern. Sometimes he's like walking away from you, but he does need to die.
James told me it's the girl from the university.
How many of our guys were killed there?
If you miss, I'm not so sure you can save it. Yeah, you can. You have no choice but to try. But then it's like, okay, I want to save, I want to save the arrow and then go. Yeah, this is what I mean. For some reason, they want to go into the house. See that? Very, very odd. I'm gonna see if I can hit someone, just for fun. Gotta have some fun of my own here.
Where do I go?
Come on, pal. You're about to come this way. Need a guy to hit, come on. Can I go across this ledge? No, nah, forget it. Here you are. Oh. Oh, it got him! Trying to hit those shots there was a lot of fun. Alright, spent a little too long here, but there are quite a few things that can go wrong here. They're just not showing themselves to me.
He doesn't get to make that call. James told me it's the girl.
Bar to the right, crouch.
How many of our guys were killed there?
Wait till he's dead to start sprinting. Kill him right away. If you have time, get the arrow. You don't need the shotgun. You have enough vertical leeway to hit him. Then if you're going to use an arrow, hit him early so you can get that arrow without losing time. Okay, I'm going to move on, but yeah.
Okay. Don't fall in the water. Don't fall.
Play it pretty safe with that.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I have way too many arrows. I'm just going to... You only need 2. Make sure everything's reloaded. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. The hard part should be, like, running through the houses and getting that first arrow kill. That should be the hard part. Once you make it past there, the guy around the house, the guy just hopping into the area, and then the guy along that broken deck. That should be the easy part. Once you know how the area works, it's not that complicated. And make sure you don't miss your shots. Okay, here you don't have to pull this thing all the way back. Let me place it forward again. You just need to pull this thing back 1, 2, like a second and a half. Really, it's like a second and a quarter, but you don't want to risk it. So yeah, you don't have to pull that thing all the way back. Okay, right here, I'm going to make a save file, because there's quite a few things with the lodge here. The way the lodge works inside is kind of weird. But yeah, what was I saying? You need 1 rifle and 2 arrows for this area. Let's see what we get. Okay, that guy's turning around. Want to hop over this bench right here.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not
And
hiding
then-
somewhere over here.
Climb. Alright, that was a bit of a slow climb, but whatever. Okay. So the way this area works. No matter what happens, you want to go over here. Now watch what happens if I climb this, sprinting the whole way.
Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here. Here we go.
You get alerted. Now watch how long I can stay there if I crouch just before climbing up. Just before.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here.
You get alerted eventually, but you could kind of tell that was a whole like 2 seconds later. And that's all you need. If you sprint the entire way, you can get shot even mid-leap into the building. And remember, any damage you take here gets carried over to the next time you play as her. And it's super inconvenient. Super inconvenient. Ouch. Okay, the reason you want to go over the bench is because this. Watch this. I'm gonna go over here.
There she is.
You're alerted for some reason. I don't know why. I think even if you go to the left of the crate there, whatever this is called, looks like a crate to me. Yeah, that's super weird. This is definitely something that doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe the tree is in their line of sight or something. I don't know. But if you leap over here and then go, you're not alerted.
Cover the ground.
Now what's interesting here, if you climb up this thing with a little bit of a right angle to the left, like you're to the left and you climb up at a weird angle here, watch this. It's one of those things, you're not able to move her. You're not able to move her after she's done climbing. See that right there? My point is, if you're to the right and then climb up left, you can move her right away. So I still recommend doing that crouch right before, but if you climb up at a bit of a left angle,
Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here.
like that may not have been fast, but you can see we can move her right away. Yeah, don't even bother with that. Now there is a way to climb up quickly, as well as moving her. I really recommend like mashing X like a maniac.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here.
Like so, and then you can move her and climb right in. That's how you do it. So yeah, that's, what save file am I under? I should be under file 10. Yeah, okay. So putting all of that together, no matter what you get, is this. Coming over here.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding
Crouch.
somewhere over here.
And then leap right in. Now, one thing that can go wrong is that enemy right there. See how he turns around? Oh. Notice the first enemy that you can see when you round the corner. Look, right there. If he stands still, that means, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. That means an enemy will do this.
Not hiding somewhere
He'll
over here.
climb up.
Shit.
However, that's what I was trying to show off. So watch this. That's one thing you need to look at every time you do this area. What does that enemy do back there? Okay, he turned around. If he turns around, that won't happen. Nobody's going to randomly climb up here.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here.
Ooh, that was nice. And then you can move her right away at the top. I'm just going to do this a few times and see what he does. Okay, he turned around. I want to get that other thing of RNG again. Okay, he turned around. The point I'm trying to make is you can still make it through without having to do anything weird. I could be here for a while. Hold on. He did it once, he could do it again. Alright, whatever. Basically, if he does stand still and there's an enemy climbing up here, don't change anything. That little crouch right there should make it so you're not alerted right away. I got alerted before because I was a little slow in getting there. Okay, look, he's standing still. So that means I should be getting that guy climbing up. I should. Okay, he is. But if I do the little...
hiding somewhere over here.
I don't want to get trapped.
Look at that, I made it through. See that? As long as you do that little crouch right before climbing, even if you get that guy climbing up and walking towards you, you should be okay as long as you do that little crouch right before. That's what I was trying to show. Okay, now for this area. Looks a little something like this.
She's on this side of the...
Yeah.
And then you go. Now, you have to kill these 3 enemies inside the lodge. You have to. That triangle prompt at the door will not show up if those 3 enemies are alive. Now, as for the inside of the lodge here, it becomes a little complicated, and I actually don't have a foolproof strat for it. I just do the same thing every time and hope for the best. What's this guy doing? He's turning around. All right, we should be fine. There's a checkpoint we can do once we're inside.
Cover the ground. You sure she's not hiding somewhere over here?
Yeah, mashing X there helps you climbing up right away. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there's a certain glitch that can happen unpatched in the lodge, and that is when you hit the door, the final door right over there. Sometimes what can happen is you'll get a black screen after the cutscene skip that lasts, I think one guy said it was like 10 minutes, but it seems like it lasts forever. I don't have a video offhand. I have it somewhere, but I don't... You know what? Hold on. If I just skim through my clips of the month really fast, I might be able to find it. It hasn't happened in a long time, so it's definitely one of the earlier ones. Let me just check very, very briefly. Oh, look at that. I found it. No waiting. Now, this is a very old clip. This might be from 2015 or something. And this, I believe, was unpatched. Where was he? I don't know. I should be splitting right now. Oh yeah, that was the best time I ever got here. There was an enemy I couldn't kill. All right, watch. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I hate everything in life. Some things don't change. But yeah, it's not a game crash. The game's still open. It's like a soft lock. And then it lasts for a long time. I didn't quit yet. The game just... let me see what I did to like make that happen. With the pistol. Hold on. Let me see if I did anything weird. Dude. Oh yeah, it hit him once.
This game sucks.
And then I went for the door, and then...
I'm just gonna laugh that one off.
Wait, what happened? Oh, it was 2 different clips. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. But both times involved losing sight of one of the enemies. So yeah, my theory as to why that happens has to do with this guy right here.
She's on this side of the lawn.
He has this like custom animation. He's still shooting at me, by the way. These enemies in here don't spawn in until you hit the bottom step. And he's probably still there. Yep, he's still there. This enemy is just kind of weird. So the other guy lose sight of me. You can even see this guy's behavior is weird. So what I like to do is specifically arrow this guy before he's done talking.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like there's another enemy outside. Just ignore him. You need to get that one guy in the window and then the two enemies that spawn over here. Now, if you look, I'm going to put this on a different difficulty for now. Enemies don't spawn in until I hit the bottom step. Right there, and then they spawn in. And as you can see, they do different things. They will do different things based on where you step over. Now, because this is hard mode, I don't think this will kill him. No, it will. Okay. Now watch, if I go over here and spawn them in right now, you can see they spawn in at completely different spots. By the way, none of these guys have guns. I truly believe these are the worst programmed enemies in the entire game. What game are we playing here? Look at them. It's like they're playing with each other. I didn't even know they could go back there. Yeah, that should be all the proof you need that these enemies will do different things based on how you walk down these stairs. I found for the most consistency, being as far to the left as possible when you hit the bottom step makes it so they're really consistent. Also, if you have to kill this guy with a rifle, you can, but for the consistency of not getting that black screen glitch, I recommend using an arrow. I recommend doing this all hush-hush and quiet. But if you have to use a rifle, you should be okay. To be honest, I haven't gotten that black screen glitch I just showed in years. Years. I don't know what causes it, but I like to think this right here, using an arrow and before he's done talking, is enough. Alright, now whatever you get here... Uh-oh. You don't want to lose him. By the way, this is kind of a fun spot to play around with these guys. Here, watch. They like to do a little animation I call finger guns. Watch this. Look, they don't have guns. What are they doing? Oh no, don't shoot me with your imaginary gun. Oh no. What am I gonna do? Oh no.
I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
you little shit!
Voice acting is fine. It's their animations I'm really worried about. Finger guns. Finger guns. Yeah. So yeah, none of the enemies inside have guns. But yeah, you want to kill the second enemy when you're like nearing the door over there. That can be a little bit random, but there is another strat where you can enter, like, kill this guy and then go through here, but it's a couple seconds slower. And you can't hit that door with an enemy still around. So again, to avoid, I think, it's just a theory, I can't prove it, to avoid the black screen glitch, use an arrow on this guy and kill him before he's done talking.
Yeah.
I like to go over the step as far to the left as I can, get him, and then use the rifle on the last enemy. The reason I don't flip-flop those rolls is because, well, I'll show you. It should be pretty obvious, but if I do this, like I said, I recommend using an arrow there. If I use the rifle on this guy, I can get here faster, but using an arrow on this guy is a lot harder than using it on this guy. You gotta trust me on that. That should be pretty self-explanatory. There is no bullet drop with the rifle. There is with the arrow. Yep. And then rifle. If you don't see him over here, that means he's going to be walking into this room, so I like to shoulder swap and then get him. That's with whoever. I don't know if you noticed, but this one specifically, this guy showed up over here instead of this guy. Like every other attempt prior, the roles were reversed. And that does have an effect on their AI, but I haven't played around with this area enough to know exactly how. Again, if you wanted 100% consistency, you can use an arrow over here and then get the rifle for this guy. But it's slower. It's obviously faster to go over here and then continue onward. It just is, you know? Shoulder swap. Shoot him right away. Left side of the stairs when you hit the bottom. Arrow on this guy. And rifle on this guy. If you don't see him, you need to chase him down. Go over here and aim at him. He might be somewhere over here and then go back. But that's pretty much everything. That's why you need 1 rifle and 2 arrows for this part. No matter what you do in coal mine and the previous area, just make sure you enter this building with 1 rifle and 2 arrows. Or if you don't have any rifle ammo, that'll be my next thing. If you don't have any rifle ammo, because I mentioned that can happen. Sometimes you can be short on rifle and arrows depending on how screwed over you were when you did coal mine. You can either pick up the shotgun that one of the guys drops back there, like when you're next to the bathrooms, or... Well, that guy turned around, so we're okay. Little crouch. Mash X like a maniac.
I don't want to get trapped in here.
Okay, so this can potentially... So what do you do in this situation? Well, I suppose you can do this.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to improvise with the brick that you have. That's why I recommend going in here with a brick, no matter what happens, just in case. You know, but if you have 1 and 2, you should be fine. Okay, we'll move on to the next area. So much, I'll keep this file right here. So what's this guy doing? He's turning around. Okay, remember, you do this strat no matter what, but you feel a little bit easier about things when that guy turns around right there. Crouch. Mash like a maniac. All right, you didn't get it. The reason that can happen, the reason that slow climb can happen is because of this little curb right here. If you climb from there, you get it. If you climb from there, you're gonna climb slowly. Oh, he's standing still. So that's why I recommend mashing X like a maniac. This guy's gonna climb up, so don't change anything.
Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here. Holy shit!
I don't want to get trapped.
See that? We're still okay. We didn't get the fast climb, but we're still okay. See that? And get him. Well, this is interesting. All right, you know what you do in this case? How far back is he?
Oh shit.
Bartender, one of your finest schnapps, please. Okay, I might have the other file. You know, I don't need to. I can just do this. That's what I mean by this area can be weird, okay? The whole point of this tutorial isn't to show off the fastest things, it's more what to do in case this happens. Something like that can happen. If you lose sight of a guy, fire an empty gun. He'll have a dialogue like, huh, sounds like one of us is out of bullets, or click, click, what you gonna do now, or some dialogue they have when you're out of ammo. That'll give away his position, you know? Stuff like that. Super weird. But it's supposed to look like... Oh, I missed. If you miss, just restart encounter. I wish I could go back from the beginning now. Get him. Left staircase. Here's a guy. Rifle. He's gonna be there. And then go. And then I like to swap to a different gun as I'm hitting triangle so she hits it right away.
Keeping you alive here.
Okay, and then cutscene skip. Now, if I got the Science Lab Ellie gliding glitch like I mentioned in the previous video, he would have 12, but he has 6 right here. If you want to feel even more safe, there's a revolver bullet right there that you can pick up without losing much time. Okay, now, you know what? Real quick, before we do anything, I want to bring up my segmented speedrun and see how the previous area went. Just give me a moment. Okay, so take a look right here. You can even see my eyes. You can even see my eyes looking to the left. Like, I turn my head a little. What's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? All right, he's doing that. But a super clean lodge. Look like this. Fast climb.
I don't want to get trapped in here.
And then I have an extra one of each. Get him. Bottom of the step to the left. Oh, I have 2 extra bullets from coal mine. Sometimes you leave with extra ammo. But yeah. More attention with that would be where the enemies were when I killed them. That's definitely more important there.
Where the hell are you?
Okay. Just make sure your gun's reloaded.
Ellie!
Alright, what's cool, this only works the first try. When the flashlight starts to toggle, that's when these enemies are going to come out of the gate there. I believe the trigger is somewhere right about there when the gate opens. But when your flashlight toggles and you have to shake the controller to like turn it back on, that's your cue for when they're going to open the gate there. And when that happens, I like to immediately crouch and aim. Crouch just so it minimizes the weapon sway even more. And then it's 1, 2, and then an enemy runs across. I like to keep the reticle there for 3. I can do this a few times, but yeah. Look for the flashlight toggle. Right there. Aim. 1, 2, 3.
Where is she?
Now this enemy can do a bunch of different things, but the most favorable is him taking cover behind a crate to the right. And he is. See that?
Keep running.
That's what you want, because if that happens, this enemy is harmless. Watch this. See that? Completely harmless. If you're able to run with him, don't worry about him. Once you kill those 3 enemies, unless this enemy can sometimes not be right here. If he's somewhere over here or over here, he's going to be hostile towards you when you round that corner. So yeah, what's he doing? Sorry, I'm just fucking around. Okay. So we can practice that as many times as we want, except from here the flashlight trick doesn't work. So you just need to eyeball it. Now, something with here, I recommend killing these first 2 guys really early. If you kill the first 2 guys late, what can happen is when you try and fire at that 3rd enemy, the 2nd enemy has really dramatic animation of just flying backwards. And what can happen when you go to hit the 3rd guy, you can actually hit the corpse's legs while they're flailing in the air. Maybe I can show that off or show you how close I can cut it. So, 1, 2. Alright, it didn't exactly happen there, but it can happen if you're not cautious enough. So, 1, 2, 3. That was close. I almost missed the 3rd guy by shooting the 2nd guy's corpse as he so dramatically just flies through the air. If anything, notice how the 2nd guy dies. Look at that. I almost hit the 2nd guy again. So I recommend hitting these guys super, super early. So then that guy is already on the
Where is
ground
he?
when the third guy tries to take cover behind the fence. And if you miss, try and hit him when he starts running away from you. Now again, this guy can be in quite a few different spots, so let's just see where he is. He's in the middle, so I would have to kill him. See that? If he's taking cover behind there, you're perfectly fine, but sometimes he can just be there. You need to react to what you see. And that's about it. This right here is another instance where that upgraded revolver fire rate would come in handy. Remember the extra 25 parts you can get in financial, then upgrade in the dam? Any ammo they drop, you don't have to pick up. You just need to react to what you see. You want him to take cover there. If you can, you just keep going.
One way or another, you're gonna tell me.
Now that bullet's only purpose is to trigger in the dialogue. One way or another, you're gonna tell me. Like 99% of the time, that bullet misses. Okay? The gate. 1, 2, 3.
Where is she?
Now, the next time you play as Joel, all we need is 1 revolver bullet. That's all you need. Alright, I hope he's taking cover behind the crate. And he is. Okay. You can kind of see what angle he takes on his run.
One way or another, you're gonna tell me.
See, that just triggers in the dialogue. And that's pretty much it. You can just ignore these guys. And that's my cue to set up a save file here. Because we are entering our final part of winter, which is Ellie running through the town. Now, if you do nothing here, Joel dies. So you need to mash square. Okay, I will show this off once. And then break it down. Notice the angles I'm taking here. David may be firing at me with his revolver, but there was no alert sound.
Where you going, Ellie? This is my town.
Oh fuck! Shit! Whoa!
Don't worry, this is mostly safe. Let go of sprint. Hold it back down when you climb. Alright, this enemy should be to the left.
This place is a damn maze.
As long as you hang to the right, you should be fine. When this guy hops in, you start crouch walking. Sprint leap as far to the left of the window as you can. Run behind the mailbox and then to the left, and there shouldn't be anybody in your way.
Where do I go?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, before I do that all again, I want to talk about this fight right here. Alright, watch this. I'm going to start the fight as normal. Watch this. Look, it's David. Okay, so that's weird, right? Why didn't the fight just start normally? This is a problem that began happening... Hold on. This is a problem that began happening years ago. Years ago. The fight kinda soft locks a little bit. Well, not a little bit. The fight won't start. And David's stuck outside. Now, a way to fix this is to just restart and counter, and then the fight starts normally.
I know you're not infected.
But what I'm here to say, what I'm trying to say with this is, I have a video here which kind of talks about this a little bit. It's the, at the time it was new, April of 2020, it was new. and this is on PS4. This only happens on PS4. If you have a bottle with you and you go to start the fight and the fight glitches out, as soon as you can move her, you restart and counter. And then after like a 19-second loading screen, I think, you can use the bottle in this fight. Then you run around and stab him once. Now, if you remember, you know, bricks and bottles are disabled in the David fight on every difficulty except for easy mode. But, you know, David was programmed at some point to react to bricks and bottles. So David spawning outside like that, if anything you have in your inventory isn't taken away, you get to keep it. So as a result, you can use a brick or bottle in this fight, even though it's ungrounded. Now, the other way to avoid this from happening is to restart and counter as soon as Ellie's feet hit the floor of the restaurant. Now, if you're running, this is why I'm mentioning this here and why I'm not sounding so enthusiastic about it. If you are running on PlayStation 5, the fight will trigger every single time perfectly. It's not a patch thing. This is a PlayStation 4 exclusive issue. I don't know why. I don't really have a reason why this is the truth. But that whole triangle prompt David spawning outside thing is PlayStation 4 only. So when you hop in this restaurant, you hop in through there, her feet hit the floor, restart and counter, go for the fight will start. Go for the door, the fight will start normally. And I recommended at the very beginning, yeah, you're going to deal with some lighting and water issues, but PlayStation 5 unpatched is the fastest version to run because of the winter loading screen that I mentioned earlier in this video. But yeah, also as a result, the fight will start normally each time. I'm only mentioning this in case you are running this on PlayStation 4 unpatched. You will have to deal with this. Let me show you what the fight's supposed to look like before we go back.
I know you're not infected. No one that's infected fights this hard to stay alive.
So you go this way.
Bad.
Mash triangle when you get there.
That was good, kid. It's gonna be all right.
Then walk over the plates.
Oops.
Wait a second, then move again. He'll walk to the right. Mash triangle.
See.
Run around here. Mash triangle again, and then you get him again. So yeah, if you are running PlayStation 5 unpatched, because that's what I recommended, you don't have to deal with that David spawning outside thing. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. If you are running PS4 unpatched because that's all you have, you can either bring a bottle into this fight, or you can restart and counter when you hop in. For the sake of running, like, you know, if I'm trying for the fastest grounded time, I would be running on PS5. So I'm not going to show like the David spawning outside thing. I'm going to do a restart and counter when I hit the restaurant. Okay. But let's go over reasons why I do things and like the reason for them and stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you something that can go wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually worked. It's better to do this area from the previous area. That's why I made it. Okay, so if you just go right away,
What the fuck is wrong with
just run straight for the door. You can hear I got an alert sound. Now if I try and go here, Okay, I should be okay. Got shot at, but I missed. Okay. Something that can happen. I have videos preparing for this. Is it right here? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Watch this.
It happened again.
As you can see, that's not the first time that happened. So if you run for that, like you escape from David, you move Ellie right away. If you make a beeline for that door and get alerted, there's a chance that this can happen. Instead of this one enemy slowly walking towards you, he runs towards you and puts you in a bullshit grab animation.
It happened.
No, it didn't happen here like I just showed you. But just know it can happen. And it has to do with getting alerted by David as soon as you get out of his you know, his room, like with the slaughterhouse table. Sorry, we're going back here, but it's the only way I can show you.
Gotcha, asshole. Finish him off.
So when I start moving as Ellie, note the angles that I take. Now listen for an alert sound. You're not going to hear one, but just listen for it. So you run left, and then you run straight for the door. David's shooting at me, but there was no alert sound. Okay? So then when you, no matter what, when you go here, 100% of the time they're not going to run towards you. Now this strat can be a little iffy. You'll get shot at, but you should not get shot. Okay, now the next part, if you sprint the whole way. If you sprint the whole way, sometimes you can get alerted. It didn't happen there, but it can happen. I did briefly hear that guy I just ran past go like, whoa, stand back, or spread out or something. If I had slowed down my sprint before I went there, I think the enemies would be in a much more favorable position. So there's an enemy right here instead of it being over here. Now, if you try and go this way instead, you're going to, This guy's blind. Okay. Most of the time, he can get shot. I remember I was on pace for a 248 run, and I got that enemy RNG, and I climbed this ledge trying to get away from this guy, and I got shot and killed twice in a row. Now, that enemy is not allowed past a certain point in this area, so he'll never come over here. Now, as for this area, I'll go back, but if you never get alerted back there, or you eventually lose an alert, right across this invisible line right here is when you'll get dialogue from these guys. What if she bites someone? What if she bites someone? It's like, relax, she's not biting anybody. If you have an alert going, by the way, if you restart encounter, going through there is not going to work, so you need to go this way.
I've been saying this for months.
Don't give enough. This girl killed our men. Now she's infected.
Okay. The point I'm getting at with this next area. First, right here, let go of sprint, then hold it back down right before you climb. This guy will never notice you. Okay, now if you get alerted here.
This place is a damn maze.
Hold on, just...
What?
If you get alerted there, these enemies are either going to run towards you or they'll be like stationed out there. I didn't do a very good job of showing it, but hold on, I'll show you one more time. These next enemies, basically you want to get alerted before going to that part of the map, because then, why does it work? Why does it work? It empties them out of that area. Yeah, I know how I want to show this off. Okay. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna kill this guy in the back. Do it in a jog. Alright, will these guys have dialogue? No, they won't. Okay, that's what I mean. If you got alerted prior, these enemies are kind of frozen right here. See, there's an enemy there, and there's another enemy somewhere over there. If that happens, you're kind of screwed, because you can't do this. Like, there's no way. See that? See that? There's no way out of it. And then... See that? There's no way out of it. So if you do get that kind of glitched enemy state there, I don't really have a strat for you. Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do. It involves that revolver that I picked up. But as long as you get alerted, like, really late, like, just before you get to that area, they should be, like, running out of that room. I'm only mentioning all this now so I don't have to later. Oh, almost got alerted. That's a restart encounter strat. Don't go through the middle on a restart encounter. Alright, stop sprinting, start sprinting. So if you do get that glitched out enemy state, a backup strat to do would be this. Jog approaching this enemy and hit square. Get his revolver. And then fire a bullet at around the point they would have the dialogue. What if she bites someone? Which is right about there. And then do the strat I did before. Wait here for him to hop through and then go. And then take a wide turn around the mailbox. Oh shit. Evade and avoid. And you're fine. It's the best we got, okay? That's a really, really good backup strat if that enemy that I killed for the revolver is somewhere to the right of that house, that little shed, or you got alerted really early and you're going to get those weird enemies standing still things. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to just do this over and over. There's also one thing that can happen on PlayStation 4. And it looks like this. I'm actually going to rely on an old, like an obsolete tutorial that I made. And have you listen to that. You can see him go inside one of the buildings. But the way he... this involves when you move the crate and crouch through the little hole in the wall to begin running through the town. Something can happen with David. Watch. He gets there is by this. The game just teleports him there. Look. There's David. See that? Sometimes David can teleport through the first room. And if that happens, sometimes it can negatively affect the next area. And you can tell if David is like in a spot he shouldn't be because you can physically see him teleport through the building. Hold on. I bring up a clip of this. Yeah, look. Here, look at David. Nice laugh. But yeah, that's something that can happen. If that does happen, just do the section as normal. Try not to... You might get shot. That's about it. But
Gotcha, asshole. Finish him off. Get him still. Oh, shit.
so yeah, no matter what happens in the beginning, you should run through that door, and then the key there is to take like a bit of a wider left turn. I like to go to the left of the fire that's on one of the barrels. But remember, first things first. When you move, go this way, and then book it back this way. Ellie won't get alerted, so any chance of that guy running in and grabbing us is completely gone. As a result. And then... Alright, David didn't glitch through the window, so... Tired of this shit, he crossed the line this time. We should be fine. Now, I don't recommend sprinting this way. It did work. I want to point out, it did work, but you're at a much higher risk of getting shot in your back. I like to take a wider turn to the left to almost completely eliminate the chance of being shot. And then remember, let go of sprint, hold it back down. I like to sprint up this little ledge and then hold off sprinting for another second. All right, this guy is to the left and walking towards us, so go under the log and then hug the right side. If you don't do it he'll shoot at you, but he'll miss. If you don't do it exactly like that or bonk on the log, you'll get shot. And then he's through the window, crouch until you get here, and then sprint, and then run around that mailbox. If you run in front of it, you will get spotted by the 2 remaining enemies running out of this area.
Where'd I go?
Now, if you try and trigger that David fight on PlayStation 4, remember, we're on PlayStation 4 just for the sake of this tutorial. If I was on PlayStation 5, I would just hop in, go for the fight, and start it right away. But for the sake of this one, I would do this. Feet hit the floor, restart encounter, and then go for the door. It'll work every time. Doing that bottle strat that I mentioned, coming in here with a bottle, I don't think is worth it. It doesn't save that much time. But then, yeah, the fight will start normally.
Easy to track.
Alright, I didn't show off this strat yet. It's not too confusing, because David, like 99% of the time, will do everything the same every time.
All right.
So as soon as you can move, start moving.
Nowhere to go.
Back this way, and then left.
Want out.
And then wait until he gets past these booths. And then go. Face him, and then mash triangle.
That was good, kid. It's gonna be all right.
And then, like I mentioned before, step over the plates, and then wait 1 second. 1 second, go. He will walk to the right. I would say 100% of the time, but one time he didn't.
See.
And then mash triangle going towards him. Run around him, and then mash triangle. I don't care if anyone's like half-heartedly listening or whatever, or watching. That's something anybody can do right there. All right, just make sure the camera is facing him, and then mash triangle as you get closer. And then for the final swing, just for the final hit, stab, run around him, and then mash triangle. And yeah, only one time did he like walk back to the left. Only one time. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else there is. You know, this area more than any of them, I'm going to load up this file and practice it multiple times, just in case anything weird happens that I forgot. I'll also show you something else in the middle. Again, this can be easy to forget. Left turn, and then a beeline for the door to avoid an alert there, to avoid the guy rushing us and grabbing us, no matter what happens. David didn't glitch through the window. And then, again, right here, I like to take a wider turn to the left. And stop sprinting, start sprinting. Now right here, watch what happens if you, like, bonk on this accidentally. Okay, it didn't happen, but... See, as you can see, this guy doesn't, I want to see when he would notice me again. This might hurt. There he is. Ow. You see, he's not allowed beyond that point. Not allowed. Oh, he's getting backup. Ah! Yeah, I'm right here, but... Uh-oh. His buddy can come and get me. Look at that! I didn't know that. I just learned something today. That's stupid. Okay, anyway. Whatever. What happens if you restart encounter and try to run past? Yeah, you're gonna get shot and probably die? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, this guy being to the left is what you want. Sometimes he can do that as well. If that happens, you need to get alerted before here. So you need to kill him, get the revolver, and then... Right. Fire the gun. Wait for them to move. And then take a wide left turn. Yeah, just showing you some things that can happen. All right, I don't know how many times I'm going to do this to show off things that can happen, but yeah. That like tree that's leaned over. If you like run under that tree and then hang left, you're going to get shot in your back and die. If you hop over the log and then go for the like there's just a log to the right of the bent over tree. If you hop over that log and go towards that building, you won't get alerted. And you have to get alerted there because it empties the 4 enemies out of the next area. But yeah, making a file here and then practicing from here creates a lot more consistency. More likely you'll experience something that you'll experience in a run. Like things you only experience in practice is completely pointless. Practice the things that you'll experience in a run. Okay. Burn this into your memory. Big left turn. When you get closer to the wall, beeline for the car. No alert.
I need a gun.
Alright, look for David glitching through the building. Alright, still hasn't happened. It's also really unlikely that will happen on PS5. I've noticed this area be just a little bit more consistent on PS5. Okay, stop sprinting, start sprinting. And then let go, sprint, then hold it back down. Okay, if I go left, he's dead. Or she's dead. So what I like to do is jog.
This place is a damn maze.
Just ignore that. Pretend it was one big stab. This game's stupid. Alright, and then fire where you think the subtitles would be. Right about there. Or right here. Leap through. Go. Leap through. Big turn around the mailbox. And go. You want to use that strat with the revolver. In case that enemy that's supposed to be to the left, then we run under the tree. You want to do that strat so you don't die. If he's to the right of the house, you do exactly what I did. Very rarely do we find like new good backup strats. But that one was found by another speedrunner, ABZ Games. Because yeah, I don't think I could find it right away, but I literally lost a 2:48 pace run I was on to that enemy being to the right and not to the left. Now killing him quickly with a neck stab, not swiping and then a neck stab, but a neck stab. Also, kill him with square. If you kill him with triangle, you'll do a long, drawn-out animation of Ellie, like, jumping on him and then stabbing him in the chest 3 times. If it's just, like, walking up to him and hitting square, it's just a quick stab to the neck.
Gotcha, asshole. Finish him off! Hold still!
But it's more likely that enemy is going to be to the left of the house.
wrong with these people?
Beeline.
I need a gun.
Still no David.
Holy shit! Oh fuck!
And a wider turn. Let go. Hold it back down and climb. Let go. Hold it back down. Now this movement right here can be a little tricky. But under the log,
Damn maze.
and then hug the right wall. When you get shot at, you can go back left. Remember, he's not going to follow you. Wait until they hop in. There he is. Sprint leap. Now, they looked like they were very close, but you're still okay. That can be a scary strat. Just make sure you're taking a wide turn around that mailbox. And that right there was a perfect winter. That was a perfect winter. Now, I could be here all day showing off different things, but yeah. If you restart encounter, I don't recommend going through the middle. I recommend going out through here. Making a wide turn. And then do that. The rest should be the same. If it's not, I'll react to it, tell you what to do. Let go. Hold back down. Go. Okay, going to the left, I think, would kill me. So here's the strat again. Don't sprint into him, just do that. You can get a bottle if you'd like, but you don't need it. And then, right about here, fire a bullet. Don't fire it too early. It's past the point where you'd think they would be saying, what if she bites someone? Uh-oh. Yeah, just react to what you see. I'll show everything off one more time. Just weird, different things that can happen. Aren't loading screens fun? They need to remaster Last of Us Remastered just so there's no loading screens. I'm pretty sure that's what Rockstar's doing right now to GTA 5. They're remastering the remaster.
Gotcha, asshole! Finish him off! Hold him still! Oh, shit!
Okay, I'll show it off one more time. You gotta trust that this will also work for you, okay?
Shit. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
No alert.
I need a gun.
Again, if David does glitch through this building for whatever reason,
Where you going, Ellie?
I think he almost did that.
My town.
You just continue the strat the way it is.
Holy shit! Oh shit!
Wider turn. And you're past it. Let go of sprint. Hold it back down, climb. Climb. Sprint. He's to the left. So we're gonna
This place is
do this.
a maze.
As long as you're to the right when you get alerted, you won't get shot. Let this guy hop through the window and then go. And then go around the mailbox, you're fine. So yeah. That's that.
Where do I go?
That was a good one. If that enemy is to the right of the shed, remember, do a stab, get the revolver, and then fire a shot on the ground at around the spot. The guy would say, what if she bites someone? You need to visualize it. and then do the same strat. Wait for them to hop in, and then go. Okay, now for the sake of this being on PS4, I'm gonna do the... Remember, if I go for the fight right away, it's gonna glitch out. So, a restart encounter when her feet hit the floor, and then... Yeah, on PS5, you can hop right in and go right for the door.
You're easy to track. How did you do it? That's all right. Nowhere to go.
And then do the 3 stabs.
You want out? You're gonna have to come get these keys. No, you're not in Texas. I see you.
And I mean mash like a maniac.
That was good, kid. It's gonna be all right.
Remember, when you get on the other side of the booth, wait 1 second exactly.
Careful.
1, go. And then hug the right wall. He shouldn't spot you and he won't walk to the left.
Yeah.
Now, if you stab him too late, you might not have enough room to get this 3rd stab. So make sure you're moving efficiently. Alright, last part of Winter is the final Joel part. And for the sake of this, I'm going to make a save file. It's the last part. Just so I don't get them confused, I'm going to save it one more time. A restart encounter here will place thing... the last batch of enemies will react the same, but the first batch of enemies will be a little different. Okay. So... here we go. Perfect performance first try, and then I'll go back. But if you sprint the whole way, they'll spot you, so let go. Once that guy's out... comes through here, we got a shit. Okay, and then get him. Go. And you're good. That was perfect. Okay, so let me do it from a restart encounter just to see if the fight behaves the same. It should. Like I said, these first enemies are a little different. Alright, it might not work because I got alerted a little bit early. Let's see. Yeah, they're a little out of position. See that? If that happens, just a little bit of improvisation. But yeah, how you go through that tunnel part is... it affects these enemies here. Let me break down the beginning. I did it perfectly the first try. Okay, so first things first. If you sprint for too long, even though it's a blizzard, you get alerted. And also remember, when Joel wakes up, he'll have a fully loaded revolver, so you'll have enough for this part. So you need to stop sprinting at around here. Then I like to crouch and sprint a little bit. And then I stop sprinting around here. And then I sprint climb through there, so I continue to move when I'm through it. And then these enemies will be in the same spot. If you kill him, this enemy will just run to the right. And you can just run through. And you're fine. Do they follow you? Get fucked. Who else wants some? There's supposed to be an enemy over here. There you are. Color reflections. But yeah. Let's see. So watch what happens if I, just blindly sprint through. Alright, give time for this guy to hop out. Watch what happens if I just blindly sprint through. These guys are completely out of position. See that? There's supposed to be a third enemy here. He's on the table. Because why not?
Right here!
Why wouldn't he be there? So the way you get a consistent pattern in the last batch of enemies is by doing this. This guy needs to hop out. He needs to hop out. Alright, when that guy hops out, sprint to the left, let go, and then sprint and hold upright. So the climb, also this guy will miss his shotgun blast. But then you kill him, and this guy will run away. And the third guy is off to the left. On PS5, he's taking cover behind a table. But yeah, how you go through that tunnel affects the last enemies. It might have more to do with when you get alerted versus like how you go through. Remember, stop sprinting. He's through. When he's through, even right here, watch how I climb. If I climb just perfectly straight on, see how he freezes? This might not work. I want to see if it does. All right, yeah, it still works. But I recommend, we're fine. You can run through the middle or hop over that thing. Yeah, I recommend climbing like this. Look at my inputs and my controller input thing. If you hold up right, can you climb this thing at all? Yeah. If you climb, hold on. Yep. As you're about to climb it, you need to hold sprint and upright. And if you hold upright and sprint, you will move as soon as you like climb up the thing. And that kind of helps the whole situation. Okay, so sprint, make a left turn, and let go. Alright, I got alerted early, so be interested to see if this works. Okay, look, they're way out of position. And if they are out of position, you go this way. Why is that guy on the table? God, this guy's clueless. I'm out of here. Yeah, okay, let's do it from here. The restart encounter, the biggest thing the restart encounter does is it's, what is it? The enemies coming out of that little tunnel area, sometimes they're late, sometimes they're early. If you're doing it from here, they have the same movement every time. Now you have to make sure that you're not alerted, obviously. Right, and when you make a file here, his running is a little bit different, but most of the time, the rest is pretty much the same. There we go. All right, so remember, don't sprint too far. Look, all right, we're clear. So then sprint, sprint, let go. Hold upright and sprint to climb up fast. As a result, this shotgun guy will miss any shot he fires at you. That's also another plus. And then you go. I'm gonna do this a few more times because it's literally the last part of the video. Because I forget what strat I used to do. Let me kill a couple enemies really quick. Well, without missing, of course. There's a guy with a shotgun on the other side. I used to do an old strat. I used to do an old strat, and he would shoot me, and he might hit the shot. Yeah, right there. He used to do that. I guess his accuracy has to do with me getting alerted when I'm in the truck, or I'm calling it a truck. It's that little tunnel area. By doing the strat that I've been showing off before, not only does he not fire a second shot, but even if he does, he misses. That's a big plus. Wait for this guy to hop out. Approach it from the left, let go of sprint. Now I get alerted right there. Already fired. And then he doesn't fire. See that? Then you kill him. This guy. Yeah, we're fine. See that? Back-to-back tries. Completely different results. So yeah, that's about all I got. I'll do it one more time. Pretty interesting, huh? I think it is. Because there's a direct result. It's not just a coincidence. For whatever reason, the way I'm doing this has a really good result when you get through. Okay. Go.
Pointless. I can't see a thing.
Go.
Searching. She comes through. Here we go.
I should mention, if you miss that shot on the guy behind the car, you've seen these last few enemies are in the same spot every time. If you miss that shot on the guy that I kill here, the enemies are going to be in weird positions. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm done showing this area off, but I'm going to bring up my current grounded record. My 248.58. Hold on. Watch what happened. This still haunts me to this very day. It's only 5:30. Watch this. Took him 3. So this part goes well.
Keep searching. She comes through. Here we gotta go.
See that? Same strat. A little slow. Watch this. He fired twice and he missed. Go watch. I missed. And, oh no. They're out of position. See that? They were completely out of position. So make sure, even if you have to stand there and aim at them for 2 seconds, make sure that first guy dies. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't have a pipe. But what you would do right here is when you round the corner, right here, you would throw a punch, or in this case, you would swing. Because when you go through here,
I gotta find her.
you have to go slowly.
I gotta find her.
Even if you're crouched, you still move slowly. So when you get right here, if you throw a punch, you can like move through the part that makes you walk slowly. A little bit of practice,
Really?
you'll get it. I don't know why I don't have a pipe. Why don't I have a pipe? I probably used it all in science lab. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty much it here. If you do nothing, well, they'll wake up and then you can move her accordingly, but... you're right here. All you have to do is hold forward. In the next spot, though, when David kicks you, and then you have to move, if you do nothing, he kills you.
I knew you had heart. You know, it's okay to give up. Ain't no shame in it. I guess
And once he starts talking, you don't have to hold
it's not
forward
your
anymore.
style, is it?
Then all you have to do is mash triangle and time a cutscene skip.
Fuck you.
You think you know me? Huh? Well, let me tell you something. You have no idea.
You can mash it leading into it. And then cutscene skip. And that's it. That's Winter. It's my personal favorite chapter, both casually and speedrunning. But yeah, it's tough. A lot can go wrong, but when it goes right, ooh, there's no better feeling than having a good winter. All right, and right there, that's winter. A lot of smaller strats, and again, when Joel wakes up in winter, you have 6 revolver bullets. You need to use at least 3 in the first part when he wakes up, but as you saw in the last part, he only has to use 1. So you will always use at least 4 revolver bullets. And yeah, when he also woke up, there was 1 revolver bullet next to him. You don't have to pick that up. It's a little slower to have to crouch down and get it, but yeah, you can get it if you want, just to feel safer if something goes wrong. And yeah, that was winter. Any questions? I'm happy to answer them. I think I showed off everything that can happen and what to do if they do happen. And yeah, that's it. Look forward to the last part, which is just from here till the rest of the game. See you guys.